on the lemon and ginger right now.
The lemon and ginger tea. Tea's always good. Always good.
Bro, cheers, by the way. Thank you, man. Of course.
That's a love. Thank you so much.
That's a love. Welcome to the Real Opinion Podcast. My name is Gustavo. My guest today is Aaleem Rasheed Mohammed. He represents, a couple of different areas of his life. You're an artist, a poet, I guess to some extent a businessman, right? To a very high extent, a businessman.
Yeah.
But you kind of mix it within the life, right? It's like it all kind of comes together in a sense.
Yeah, for sure.
So thank you for being here, bro. Welcome. I wanted to ask you, bro, like, who is Aaleem and like, what's your mission for the world?
I think so Aaleem, let's just break it down from what you asked me first.
Yeah, bro, for sure.
So Aaleem,
you can answer that however way you see fit, right? Like,
I'm just a dude from the ghettos of Toronto, to be honest, right? I grew up in Rexdale, Ontario. For those who don't know where Rexdale is, and I was born in Jane Finch, and I moved to Rexdale when I was like 2 or 1.
Yeah.
And I grew up in this community. I didn't know what people called it. I didn't know what the outside world thought about this. But I grew up in this community with friends and, and family, and parents were like family and mothers and shit. We used to, go to the house to get sugar and bread and, that kind of stuff. It was like real cool.
Right.
It's like I had all these brothers and sisters from different like mothers.
Crazy, man.
You know what I mean?
It was like tight knit type of stuff.
Yeah, where'd you grow up?
Oh, bro, I grew up, but like, the thing about me is we moved around a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, but like the main areas in Toronto that I grew up, mainly, like Rexdale area.
Yeah, I think we
talked about it probably. Yeah,
yeah, you did mention that.
Yeah. So I've seen a little bit of that shit, that good shit.
Yeah.
Like I remember, like I've been on Dixon Road. I'm sure anybody who lives in Toronto, they knew what went down on Dixon Road. Dixon and Kipling.
Yeah.
So like Rob Ford times.
Oh shit.
Rob Ford, that's a brother, or Tom Ford is a brother?
It was Rob. Yeah.
Rob was the one that passed away. Yeah, rest in peace. But yeah, man. So like that area to me was definitely the area that I kind of remember the most in my life, that like shaped a lot of who I am. High school years, especially.
Okay.
Was when I was there.
Yeah.
Younger from that, Academy Place, so right in front of Don Bosco.
Okay.
So same area as well, like on Islington, Rexdale. That's more Rexdale.
The Academy Place, the housing building.
Like I don't think it was at the time. Maybe now it is, but at the time it wasn't. It was like a full-on rental condo. Yeah.
Oh, I think is it the one with
right next to it? Right next to it, there is some housing buildings. Yes.
Okay, I know. Exactly. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So it would mix a lot, bro. Like when I was there, like a lot of the crowds would mix and a lot of the community would mix, but and it was some good, some bad. At the end of the day, like anything. But yeah, bro, I definitely understand what you're saying for sure.
Yeah, it was way different back then. We kind of knew what the crowds were, and the crowds didn't mesh necessarily. But now it's like kind of like a wild
you knew your place. You know your place.
Yeah,
to some extent, I
mean, when you're a kid, and you get bullied and stuff, especially by older youth, and then you become a part of that crew, which is weird. And I think there's like a very sly, sinister part of that.
Right.
Because like at the end of the day, like outside in these streets, it's a business, and the hustle is a business and whatnot, and it keeps going, or it did. I don't know how it works necessarily right now. Yeah. Like I know it's different. It's like very different because things are more like out in the open, like weed's legal, blah blah blah. Exactly. But before it was just like the older men would like get at you when you're like a kid, till you move from here, and then you start to get age, and then they're like, oh, why don't you come around? Because they want soldiers. They want people to put on to make money for them. And like for me, I was always like a really intelligent youth, but still like a rude boy in the space. So like the man would call me into the car and be like, yo, you don't smoke and blah blah blah, but you'd make a lot of money. And I would start laughing. And I would hop out the car and go back and play. Because I'm not an idiot. Right? I'm not an idiot. So I'm like, okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah. But I'm not going to do. I mean, I did, right? So, like these guys in the hood, they knew me as like, they used to call me Blitz sometimes, right? And it's because like I didn't smoke, but I was like super high all the time. Like I was like joyful.
Oh, I see. Like you were naturally like that.
Like naturally high, like naturally just joking
Like
around.
naturally
and shit.
just like yeah, joyful of life and shit.
Yeah, maybe it was all the candy. I ate a lot of candy, dude.
Fair enough, bro.
Right? Because
sugar will do that to you too, for sure.
Halloween, baby.
Yeah.
So I
Damn, I see what you're saying already. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was just like, you know, in the space, but I always had like a candy. It was weird. And like I'd be chilling with the same guys who were doing the billiarding and stuff, but like I didn't look at them like that. I looked at them like friends and brothers.
Right.
And it was love to an extent, you know?
Facts.
But that's how I grew up, like in the hood, but my own individual, like listening to rock in the hood, like outside. But like, what are you doing? Like the band members, like I like this, right? I like this shit. So, like I have a huge like family upbringing as well. Like it's funny how family is scarce in my life. Like I feel like nobody was there for me really, but I have family. But so like the times where I noticed them the most happy was like when they played music and they all jammed out, they had parties and shit. And coming from like a Caribbean family, it's like,
right,
you know, it's all love at these spaces, you know, and despite everything in between, right, all the BS.
Yeah, music will do that.
And bureaucracy, like it just within the family dynamic. So
yeah,
there was like bouts of joy, bouts of like misery and sadness, you know, seeing a lot of destruction, poverty, and just like rejection issues from like absentee father, blah blah blah, this kind of stuff. My mom was so busy trying to cater to everybody that she couldn't like really focus on one, really. So I noticed now the effect of that. Before that was life.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I didn't know that that's just life.
Yeah, of course. Your subconscious was just collecting it all.
Yeah.
And then it's funny how later in life it just dumps it back on your head like a full gallon of water, eh? Yeah,
you're going for the door, right? You're trying to open the door, and you're like, "What is this?" But the door handle is painted. That's how it feels like.
Yeah.
And it's like only till you figure out the puzzle from before that the door actually appears or the handle appears.
Yeah.
You open it.
Right.
And so I look at life like throughout all the negative shit I've been through, like the opposite is like your life's purpose, right? So if, like the most negative thing I've been through is like abuse or like rejection or poverty. The opposite is abundance, is healing, is
facts.
All these things. So
facts.
I made it like a life mission to kind of, or a purpose to do that, to like follow God, follow my heart, and walk this path that I paved, that no one else has really paved around me necessarily in my life, and create something new, you know, manifest something beautiful and live my truth, to help empower others to kind of do the same. That's basically the gist of it, you know. Resiliency, I think. I've been thinking about this recently. Like, what's the brand for Aaleem, you know? And like I was learning yesterday, like, you know, Beyonce's brand is like consistency. Taylor Swift's consistency. Like, no matter what, they're gonna work so hard to give you the same kind of vibes every album to an extent, like the same like level of
level of performance and an outcome. Yeah,
but like then it's like, what's my brand, what's my offering or my promise to the world? I have a really hard time wrapping my head around branding because it's like I don't really cater and conform to shit.
Gotcha.
I'm very like non-category, so it's hard to even categorize my music.
Right.
So I just call it like, you know, alternative hip hop. So and then it's like a fusion of like hip hop, rock, and like
I feel it all, bro.
Just sure. A whole bunch.
I think you're spot on, bro. I think you're spot on for sure.
Yeah, and it's just hard to
because you have a very unique sound. I definitely can see what you mean. That you're like how exactly do I categorize it? It is true.
Yeah, and it takes up so much of your joy trying to fit in a box. Like
absolutely, bro.
You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
That's so weird. It's so like juxtaposition. Like you're trying to fit in a box. To get out of the box or to be out of the box or whatever. It's such a weird thing. So I really appreciate music today for that because like most of the people are like, you can't really categorize them. The ones who we see like, you know, in the city performing live and shit, like marketing is a different thing.
Right.
Right? Marketing and commercialization of an artist is a different thing. But the music that
branding is different.
Yeah, the music that we're actually vibing today.
Yes.
Like, sorry, when I go out, when I hear music on the radio or like the TV and shit, I'm like, this is monotonous. This is weird.
Facts.
Right?
Facts.
It has an energy.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But it lacks an energy. So, but when I listen to like...
It lacks depth.
Yeah.
So much depth.
Yeah.
It's very basic and generic and it doesn't really fit any purpose. It's just kind of, just like music. But like, you know, I definitely know what you're saying, 100%. So you think part of your mission is resilience then?
I think a huge piece of who I am is resiliency. Like the shit that I've done.
Yeah.
And overcame. It's like what you little Lionheart, like me, fuck for real. Cause like just like dude, like growing up in a neighborhood and like always on the brink of like super bad. Like you could be super bad, but then you have like your mom and you love your mom and you have a good relationship with your mom, and it's like there's like a huge light in your life there to anchor you in, whereas your friends didn't have that at home.
Right.
And then you could see how easy it was for them to fall into that badness, quote unquote, and then that dark begets the dark. So I always had like an anchor of light.
Wow.
Inside of myself and within my home, which was my mom. She's like an angel on earth. You know, and but I've also experienced like the devil in a woman. You know, a woman who hurt me when I was a kid. Right? And
someone close?
Yeah. Family? It usually is, right?
Family, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we touched on this in Cuba.
Yeah, we talked about it. The whole table got silent.
The whole table. Well, no, because like it's an impactful story, bro. Right?
It was
I definitely can. Yeah. That's no. I was just gonna say that. Like I remember thinking in that moment. I don't know if I shared in that moment, but like I shared a little bit of like how something similar happened to me, but it wasn't family. It was But anyway, no. I definitely. So it was someone close to you though, for sure. It was family.
Yeah. And the thing is, I like children live what they learn, and they learn what they live. A comedian was talking about that years ago, and I was like, that's so true. If a child looks
sounds like Dave Chappelle would say that or something, you know.
It was a very wise comedian homie, like is a Caribbean comedian.
Oh, someone you know close.
Okay. No, I don't know.
Okay, gotcha.
He's like from Trinidad or some shit.
Okay.
But I heard him say this, like this little wise limerick. And it kind of just stuck in my head because it's the rhyme scheme, whatever.
How does it go?
Children live what they learn, and they learn what they live. You know?
Yeah.
And if you think about it, it's super real. If a kid sees me doing something, they think it's cool. They think it's like I want to amount to that because that looks cool and people are cool with it, or whatever it is.
Right.
Whether like for us, it's like or for our elders, you know, it was James Dean. And I don't know what era he was a freaking star, but like he had the cigarette.
Yeah, like 60s or 70s.
Yeah, 50s, 60s or some shit, right?
Something like that.
And then he's like, because his movies were like some of the first color color screen movies, right? So you know him with the cigarette, the iconic cigarette holes.
Yeah,
it's like this thing. Right? That's people do that all the time.
Oh, for sure.
Everybody who's smoking a cigarette does that face, and it's like holy shit. The way marketing could manipulate the whole world. Yeah. Into doing the face, just like for
face,
like that's the secret code to smoke a cigarette. And it's like, you know, imagine what subtle things are out here. You know, every movie we watched, we see like a Pizza Hut. You know, I was watching Turtles the other day, and there's like a Pizza Hut sign on it. It's like in a cartoon movie. Why'd they put the Pizza Hut sign? Oh, because they're sponsoring them for sure. So I learned from this lecture some years ago.
Right.
It was online. I was watching it, but it was about like TV marketing and whatnot. And they said the only reason TV exists is to market you products.
Of course.
And if you think about it, like how it all wrapped into...
Even in movies and shows. they like sneak it in it.
Oh, nice.
It becomes a whole skit in the movie, right?
Yeah.
But it's actually a fucking ad.
Definitely.
And then at the end, they just like show some product, and it's like in the movie, you know, like the guy drives off in an Audi. Oh, wait a minute, why is it Audi? You know, like
Look
why
at
couldn't it have
Bond.
just been a generic car?
Yeah, look at Bond.
Yeah.
Bond is like completely
The Aston Martin.
encompassed with, or like dunked in like luxury.
Right.
Like and they do commercials with Bond back in the day. Remember, like they had commercials where it's like some kind of perfume or cologne or like a Lexus or some shit.
This is what Bond would wear.
Yeah, and you know,
Yeah.
it's so
The association.
the association with cool.
Exactly.
You know, so then with music, it's just the way the world works and the way I see the world. It's like I'm a brown man in the world, but not of it.
Ah.
That's basically the gist of it. Like
Right.
for me, the purpose in life now, after living like I'm like 39, right? So
You're 39, bro?
yeah.
What the fuck? I would have guessed you're like my age, 27, bro.
Oh, I'm 30.
That ass, bro. What? This guy looks amazing. Hell yeah, bro.
I turned 39.
My bad. I gotta finish.
Like
There you go. I got you.
yeah.
Let's live, bro. When did you turn it?
Halloween, turning 30.
Halloween. Yeah, sorry, of course. Right. Because we're talking about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're 38 right now, right this second. You're about to turn 39.
Yeah, I did forget my age earlier this year. I went to a seminar and I was with these people and they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, write your age." And I totally blanked. I'm like, "What age am I?"
Yeah, I'll tell you as soon as I remember.
Yeah, because
I've had those, bro. When they catch you in a moment, and then they now think that you're gonna be lying or something, because like who forgets their age? But it's like it actually can happen. You're like you just blank out for a second. You're like, wait, yeah, I'm 20. Yeah, right, 27. Yeah. So I wanted to ask, like, I guess for you, you touched on resilience, right?
Yeah.
That's a big part of you, because, which I guess is kind of like, I don't know if you were aware, but like the theme of the podcast is actually embracing stoicism. Do you know what stoicism is?
break it down.
Break it down. So it's essentially the endurance of pain or suffering without expressing emotion or vulnerability, like in the process.
Oh wow.
So, like, you know, a soldier would show stoicism because in the moment of war, they're shitting their pants.
Yeah.
But they got to really stay focused on what's ahead, because otherwise they're going to die.
Yeah.
Right. And so it's kind of the idea around that, like, it began from the Stoic, like, background, right? It's around the Greek
Marcus.
from the Greek side, Marcus Aurelius. Exactly. Yeah. Okay. This guy knows. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, right? Like, I don't expect everybody to know.
Yeah.
Okay. But at the end of the day, like, I always like to go into it if someone kind of gets it, you know. But yeah, so, you know, it comes around, like, I guess that definitely matches resilience in a sense, right? Because resilience shows, like, no matter the pain that you're enduring, you got to just keep moving forward.
Yeah.
Is that kind of how you would define it?
Yeah. For me, there's a caveat. Like there's power in vulnerability, like, because vulnerability begets
Absolutely.
courage.
Right.
Brene Brown talks about that. But like, for me specifically, I see, like, I grew up.
Yeah.
When I was young, I would go to LA meetings when I was a kid.
Okay.
Like, so you know what those are?
And sorry, what is it? LA?
LA.
NA?
Yeah. So they're Narcotics Anonymous.
I was gonna say, is it narcotics? I wasn't sure if it was narcotics. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to go to AA meetings and NA meetings.
Okay.
Because my family knew men and women who were suffering.
Gotcha.
And also in my family, there were men and women suffering.
But not you.
No, I was a kid.
I'm saying, like, so you went just to educate yourself, so that you could.
It's like, this is what happened.
Yeah.
It's
right.
like me and my brothers and cousins would go and support, like, maybe my dad or my uncle.
Oh, I see. So you wouldn't go for yourself, right?
No, so it was like a bunch of cousins.
Gotcha.
Like, before we would go to play volleyball or whatever, we'd go here and we'd see people getting these chips and, like, clapping for them. People clapping.
Right.
So we were like, oh, this is so cool. They're getting, like, these little prizes, right, to be good people or whatever.
Facts.
So for me as a kid, I'm like, oh, this is so awesome, healing. All I'm seeing is joy, but I didn't really understand or see the pain. And it's like everybody was going through pain there. There's prostitutes and, like, drug addicts and alcoholics and so forth. So I realized, like, they come to these spaces to talk and speak their truths because they're not maybe accepted outside or they don't have that space. And throughout my life and my time of healing and whatnot, I realized, like, talking, especially in indigenous cultures, like, talking is medicine.
Right.
And they hold it in really high regards.
Facts.
Right?
Yeah.
And for most of my life, I was quieter outside. And the reason was because I was hurt inside.
It's a form of survival.
Yeah.
It's a defense mechanism.
Yeah.
In a sense.
And so the real healing started when I spoke my truth. For me, like it actually it got really bad for me when I so I'll tell you what catalyzed this. So like right before 2009 times, like you know, I was hanging around with these dudes, Finch and stuff, and chilling and stuff, and then a lot of things went awry. But also with my relationship, a lot of things went awry, and then my best friend was shot and killed.
Shit.
Yeah, and in my neighborhood, and I didn't hear the gunshots that night, but yeah, that was the most time. Like I've never cried so much in my life, right? And I didn't care who was around me and shit. Like my dad started like it was like a whole bunch of things. I just needed to grieve, right? But after that, I started to delve into, you know, volunteering and changing my life because I followed this guy who's an artist. And I'm like, if you show me how to speak, I'll do what you want me to do, like the volunteering and shit like that. And lo and behold, I didn't know the power of transmutation of energy.
Yeah.
I didn't understand that. Like,
right.
This guy showed me how to be a better man through volunteering and giving back. While I was suffering in my pain. And so there was like multitude of tears, but there was a multitude of growth. And that's when I started to perform and stuff like that. My first performance was in front of 300 people.
Crazy.
At it's nice. At Algonquin Social Justice Retreat, Algonquin Park.
Sick, man. How was that?
Oh man, I was
scared shitless, eh?
Scared. I practiced the whole day in the cabin when it was my day.
Nice.
I had this huge baggy, because we used to wear baggy clothes back then, right?
Yeah, okay.
So, or baggier. And so I had this huge baggy jacket, baggy, you know, jeans, and I had some Timbs, and I had a fitted cap. And I put everything, like, it was like a solid, like, armor. Yeah. Everything over my face, and the mic was, like, right up there. And I just did it, closed my eyes. I was sweating bullets. I felt dripping. It was crazy. And then when I was done, I heard silence for a second. And then I heard...
Crazy. Jeez. How did that moment feel?
Well, I went backstage and everybody was like, oh my God, Aaleem, I didn't know you could do that. That's so amazing.
Yeah.
And
you shed a tear, don't lie.
This is what happened. I said, I said, was I good?
They're like, come on, man.
And I look, but this is the trauma, bro. Like, I was like, was I good? Was I good?
Right.
And they're like, we're telling you you're great. And I'm like, was I good? Like something didn't click.
Like you just weren't accepting that something had just gone right. Just like straight up.
I was shocked.
Right.
And then I left the stage after, and so during the whole time at the park, there was like this like an indigenous girl. She was older. She looked a little bit older than me. She looked like butch. She had spike and shit like that. And she was intimidating to most of the people. And then when I did that poem, that piece, I came off stage and she came up to me and she was crying. She's tough, like this much taller than me and shit. And I was like, is she gonna hit me or some shit? Like, cause that's the energy she gave off before. Right. She's like, I just gotta say, like, your whole thing, it sounded like you're speaking like my truth. And she goes, thank you so much for that. And she started to like bawl, like cry. And I was like, yeah, no problem. Right?
Because you're still processing it yourself. You're still going, you're just like in shock right now, you know? There's
like a multitude of a responsibility, I feel. I didn't take up at that time. I didn't know how to. I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
So what I said, like, oh, thank you so much, just to get away from the energy.
Right.
And then I went outside to the lake and I just sat down by the lake and I thought about it and I'm like, oh. Sometimes when you have like a gift and a talent and shit, and and you grow up without it being supported, I feel,
Right.
you feel like it's bullshit. You feel like your sword is like made out of rubber, the sword that you're meant to conquer this life with. And I didn't understand the impact of my words or the responsibility of that carrying that message or whatever it is, because somebody cried from it. Somebody like
Right.
broke out crying,
Right.
who
Yeah.
probably people couldn't get through to.
Right.
So it's like there's a responsibility in that, and it took me
Absolutely.
years to mature and to hold like I'm just rapping because
Life.
I'm just like da 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 because this is life for me. I grew up in hip hop, so I'm like always in hip hop,
Right.
or reggae, that vibe, you know.
Right.
It's cultural, so. But then it's like, you know how you could waste money. It's kind of like that. You could waste it.
Yeah.
You could waste like the lyricism and what you have to say or the opportunity or to hold
Right.
space and stuff. And now I'm much more conscious of that because of the talks that I've had with people. Like a guy who came up to me and he goes, "I'm gonna kill myself," and I'm like, "Sit down with me," and I'm like, I usually talk.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shut the fuck up right now because I don't want you to die. I don't want to say something like you're gonna leave here and you can be like, fuck this guy. But he said he didn't listen to me. No. Get it out. Say what you need to say. Just say it all because I know the fucking power of healing, man. You know, of words and of just talking about the shit that you need to talk about. And he talked for like 2 hours. And he
Crazy.
felt better. And he didn't feel like killing himself at all. And it's
Wow.
like, because he just needed to connect with somebody, man.
Right.
And he just broke down crying in my arms and all that. I was like, yo, don't worry, G. It's love. Like, and so like with my life, it's although like when I'm young and stuff, whatnot, I want to play the ass. It's like God always kicked me right back into line with something. There's always a reason for the season, I feel. So
That's a bar.
you know,
That's a bar. There's always a reason for the season.
Yeah.
Right, bro.
sorry.
No, that's real shit, bro. That's real shit.
So
So you
Yeah.
mentioned love for a second there, right? Can we talk about love for a sec?
yeah, you can talk about love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we talked a little bit back in Cuba as well. I remember, you know, we related to a lot of shit. I think a lot of the guys in Cuba at that time were going through some, because we all were like, "Damn, bro, I feel you."
Yeah.
It's great, bro. It's great. But yeah, man, like,
I was going through it in Cuba.
was that?
I was going through it. Yeah,
were you?
what I love hard.
You did just come out of some, didn't you? I remember the story actually very well, but I'll let you tell it.
The whole, yeah, that's the thing.
I remember
they don't
pretty
even
well. It's
know
like all
about all
clicking.
this stuff. They don't know I went there. They don't know about
Yeah?
my experience. Because like that trip was just for me and God.
Absolutely, that's what you said.
And then,
Yeah, I
I
remember
met
that.
you, right? And then I met Holly, the one I played chess with.
Yeah.
Sharma, what's his name?
Sharma, yeah, Sean.
Yeah, Sean.
I saw him like a few months ago.
You did? You did?
Yeah. Well, just for like a sec, we just kind of met up to talk about some stuff. But yeah, man, it was good. It was good.
He doesn't have like pictures of shit on his Instagram and stuff.
No.
Yeah.
He just posts stories once in a while.
Yeah, it's like extra show. But he's
Yeah.
back. Shout out to Sean.
Shout out Sean.
Dude.
Yeah, that's the guy.
But yeah, it's like I didn't plan to go to Cuba, man. Like
So walk me through it, bro. Like walk me to a couple weeks prior to Cuba. If you want to talk about this one, at the end of the day, I want to talk about.
Break it down.
I want to talk about love.
Let's talk about love. I'll just give you a synopsis. Like
I was gonna say, like, if you like pick a story that you feel that like would really kind of get the message across and how you feel around the subject, around what it can do on both good and bad. You know
About
what I'm saying?
love?
Yeah. Because I know at the end of the day, the painful moments around love are the ones that really impact us.
Yeah.
But I think there's also a lot of beautiful things that comes through that pain.
Oh yeah.
That you only owe it to love. If it wasn't for love, you wouldn't have learned certain lessons. You know what I mean?
It's beautiful.
It's so beautiful. Exactly. So yeah, give me some good stuff there. What do you think?
So I've had my two longest relationships were 5 years each.
5 years each.
Ish, yeah.
Crazy.
Longest relationships, and one was like a high school one, and one was 2 years after that. So it's like a more, I would call it a mature.
Of course. Yeah.
A more mature relationship. So,
Right.
Man, love is a huge thing for me. Like, I'm like a hopeless romantic. right? And they do say men are the more romantic ones, to be honest. That's what they do say. But like, I'm a hopeless romantic. I'm like a Halloween baby, you know, Jack and Sally type love. Like, if you look at my bag, I don't know where it is. I think it's on your thing. Oh no, it's right here.
Yeah.
You know, I have like the little Jack and Sally.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. Jeez, that's a classic, bro. I love that movie.
So for me, that movie is like one of my favorite movies because it's like, I feel like I am the Pumpkin King. I'm like the Halloween born baby, but also like kind of always felt alone. You know, and like I find myself walking by myself a lot in this life.
Facts.
You know, at night or places where no one is and stuff. And it's always like yearning for that counterpart, the other part of my rib kind of vibe. And it's like, you know, I've had instances where I found them, but I don't think I was ready for love at that time. To be honest, I'll tell you why. Like, excuse me, we meet people on the energy where we're at.
Facts.
You know, so like
in that moment, exactly.
Yeah, so like if I'm a young teenager, brokenhearted, still unhealed from my trauma as a kid, I'm just packed with a whole bunch of fuckery and hormones, right? And then girls see that and they're like, oh, mysterious. Oh, look at his eyes. They're so dark. It's like, oh, it's because my soul's fucked up. My eyes are dark, but you like that because your soul's fucked up.
Because it's excitement.
Yeah, and
it's
like
exciting.
And like
that's what girls like when they're young, man.
Yeah, and it triggers their bullshit, and then, you know, and then they're like that. I want to save you, and it's I can't save you. I can't even save you. But if I get better, you're gonna get cheese at me, and then do something to me, and fuck me up, put me lower.
Well, that's just how it goes.
Energetically.
And that's the part. That's the part that's just I've learned at least that it's just human nature. Whether the other person wants to be that way or not.
Yeah.
It's like you said, it's like you meet the people at the energy you're at in that moment.
Yeah.
But the question is, in which direction are you headed?
Yeah.
Right? Because sometimes you're headed slowly into different directions. But what happened to me, which I'm sure, I don't, to some extent you could probably relate, is that early in the relationships, you didn't have the right kind of conversations that talked about the real shit. Because you either didn't really know for sure yet how you felt about certain things.
Yeah.
Or you did. But because the excitement was so real, you didn't want to say anything that would jeopardize that in that moment.
Yeah, and
you know?
Yeah, I know. Like I know.
So like eventually,
that's a good thing and a bad thing because
that's a thing, right?
Because when more girls get in the mix too, you're like, oh, I don't really want to say the truth about this. I'm just gonna go with the flow and
the flow, and then let's just see where this goes, and then I'll decide. But then 3 years go by, and then you're like, oh wait, now it's kind of late. So you kind of gotta like.
Yeah.
And
so and what resentment builds up too.
Resentment, especially. Absolutely, man.
So I would break down like.
What was your experience? Give me just a couple pointers, like.
Because the shit's so detailed.
It is. I know it's a lot to keep into small details, but.
But for me, like I said, I had these 2 relationships, and they started off beautiful, like fucking beautiful relationships. It was like love that chemical gets into your head, bursts. Dopamine. And then it's like
dopamine.
You don't see anything for like until a year goes by.
Yeah.
And so like I had these beautiful relationships, you know, and then they got tumultuous after a while, and they ended horribly, like with cheating and all this stuff, and it's like.
At what point did it get to before it started going downhill? Like how many years? Like 2 years, 3, 4.
4, yeah. I would say because like
for both of them.
The first one was my fault. Like I met one of my oldest friends. Like, and she had a friend, and her friend liked me, and then they asked me to come chill, and I would go and chill as friends.
Right.
But lo and behold, like this girl really liked me, so I was hanging around with somebody who ended up like falling for me.
Gotcha.
And they didn't say that, and I was naive. We were talking about just not seeing what's there and just being, and just enjoying life. And so I was kind of then after things started to mold, I was with 2 people at the same time, and
oh shit.
And,
but this is while you're in a relationship.
Yeah, I was with my girlfriend and my friend, and my friend knew, my girlfriend suspected. And it all came crumbling down one day, and it broke my heart for years. And the next relationship, it was like after tragedy, her brother died, and after tragedy, crazy. But the connection was so deep. It was so real.
The second one?
Yeah, it was like she was me. So I was like I'm like, this is super awesome. Like, you love the rock I love. You kind of like our sexy girl version of me, it feels.
Yeah.
I don't know how weird that sounds, but it's like,
no, for sure.
It's like this really cool sidekick kind of feel to it. And I was like, and she was mad cute back then. Oh, she's mad cute, let's just say that.
Yeah.
But then like that ended up becoming horrible too.
In what sense? If I may ask.
A lot of like violence between us. You know, and
like it started off verbal and then it slowly got more and more and more. And
yeah, like I wasn't used to women trying to
tackle.
They try to like put violence on me like that.
Yeah, right.
And
like it'd be real shit.
This is something I dealt with. It was real.
Like we're not talking about a casual hit. Like we're talking like
a cuff, and it's like.
Damn.
But I grew up in a place where I'm small, right? But I could take hits.
Okay.
Right? Because I had to box with these guys.
Right.
But you know, for me, I'm like,
it's different when it's your girl, bro. You know.
You're like, why are you doing this? That's like so weird to me.
Yeah.
And it's like, what's going on with you? And for me, this is the trauma, bro. This is what I realized coming out of this and like healing where I'm at.
Yeah.
What happened to me when I was younger, I thought was my fault. So I carried a lot of this burden and this guilt, and so that came with like opening myself up to like almost like sadism or like masochism. Like, oh, you can hit me, I don't care. Because I'm the bad one anyways. So when
I deserve it, yeah.
Yeah, and this was like a mentality I was warped within this space.
Right.
When this started to happen, and I got out of like this separated and stuff, and like, you know.
Yeah.
But like.
This is when you were younger.
This was when I was like 27 now.
Oh, okay.
It's 5 years shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo. You fool me once, shame on me, or you fool me twice, shame on me, kind of thing, or burn me once. So I'm like, yo, I had these awesome women, beautiful people, amazing stuff, and then crashes, and then another one. What's going on with me? So, you know, that was around the time my best friend died too, right? 24.
Excuse me.
You know, stuff like that.
Crazy. Wow.
So what happened eventually is I went on a path to find myself. Like right when Kirk, say his name, right? Kirk died. I cried, I bawled, went through the stuff, started to volunteer, and then I ended up going to Nicaragua on a social exchange. Yeah, and that was crazy. I spent a month down there. Amazing. The people down there, they didn't care what color skin I had or what I had in my pocket. It was about my heart. It was about who I was.
Right.
And ended up like, I was like speaking Spanglish.
Yeah.
Right? Because I was picking up shit. And then before I left, I gave a full on speech in like Spanish and English and like crying and stuff.
Wow.
Because I got kicked off of this exchange because I was a little bit bad according to their guidelines. Like I rode a motorcycle, I smoked some weed. But at the same time, it was the host's mother who took me on the motorcycle. And the weed I smoked was because I was alone in the friggin' small hut for like 6 hours sometimes where the guy would go to see his girlfriend and it's just like, I was hearing shit. So I asked the bro for some weed. But anyways.
Yeah, so whatever. It's soft shit.
So basically, like I went there, I came home, a lot of stuff happened for me. My hair started to dread after I came back from Nicaragua. Without me
just
doing
on its own.
Yeah.
Oh, it's crazy.
So I knew something changed within my spirit, my heart. And I wanted to do something which was like, you know, I wanted to give youth a chance, to be honest. I seen so many youth in Nicaragua and they're just like, my dream is to come to America, work at McDonald's. Like literally said this. I was
Facts. Yeah, I've heard that too.
What the fuck? And I go back home and people are yelling at each other for a USB charger. Perspective, right? Perspective. My shit's just changed. My heart changed and I wanted to build a business. I did.
Right.
I built this whole business and I shared it at City Hall and in front of investors and stuff. It was about natural commercial cleaning.
Okay.
One day I was in a branding workshop and the guy's like, why you want to do this? I go, well, I want to empower youth from the hood and integrate them with, you know, society and shit. And dissolve like the stigma of like, oh, they're bad people and they're stuck up pricks because they're wearing suits or whatever.
Right.
And the guy's like, no, why do you really want to do this? I'm like, dude, you're doing the Angelica thing with me, right? Like, you know, why? Like, you know? So he kept doing that.
That would have been me, I can't lie.
No.
Like, why really though?
Well, I love that because it's like, yo, we don't think deep enough.
It's true.
Critically. So asking the why goes deeper. So and I got mad at that time and I'm like, yo, it's for the kids.
Right.
It's for the youth.
But no, it's actually selfish. To some extent.
To an extent. Anything.
It always is, to some extent.
I want the waters clean in the ocean. It's because I want to swim in clean water.
Right.
But
Exactly.
for me, it's for the youth because
I
am those youth. It's
so
selfish
eventually he took that answer?
He took the answer, but I changed my perspective of business. Right?
Through that interaction. Of that interaction.
He said it's not the commercial clean. Because it's not, I don't want to fucking clean. I respect what you do. But like, I don't want
No. Bro, I'm doing this shit to pay bills, man. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm trying to build a brand around it, like, for myself.
Yeah, well, you're doing it.
Because people know Gustavo from Luxy, right?
Yes.
Like, but I never saw window cleaning as a career ever, personally. Not that I bash anybody who does it. There's an art to it.
Yeah, no.
I'm the same as you, though, right? I wasn't really, definitely not. I'm more like this, like content, like podcasts, you know, let's have a conversation. Like,
but you do what you gotta do to get by.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, absolutely, bro. And you take pride in it.
Exactly.
Even if it's temporary, you take pride in that shit.
But your setup seemed way less fucking daunting. I had to get a whole bunch of shit. That I want to struggle for that.
Exactly.
I don't even want to do that.
There's different levels to it. Absolutely, bro.
You know, so
So
I know, like you're like watching. So. Like, and when you do it, like you do it like with this ease, really, really beautiful. Like,
thanks, bro.
Yeah,
7 years now, you know. 6 now, give or take. 7, yeah.
But like, I didn't like that cleaning shit at all. That's the thing for me, and it's like
I have a little OCD, so it suited me. That's why.
But yo, after that program, I finished up the program properly, but then I changed the trajectory. I started to learn about healing. I started to learn about trauma, and I got accepted to community healing project for City of Toronto. And it was a pilot project.
Jeez.
No,
good.
I have a pilot project where you learn how to navigate trauma within yourself and whatever your community, and then you go out and you implement a workshop series of whatever you want to do, whatever your modality is, right?
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, so I did this whole workshop, but I went mainly for me,
right,
to figure out like what the fuck's going on with me, right?
Right, yeah.
And how to accept me for where I'm at. That's a huge thing too.
Absolutely.
So I finished the program, and it was my turn to brainstorm, and I'm really good at brainstorming. Right? I'm really good at getting things off the ground, but I just out of my head. Why don't we call it heart? And they're like, oh yeah, what does it stand for? I go,
right.
Healing. Engagement.
I was gonna ask you. I feel like we're probably close to when this was birthed, right?
Yeah. Heart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Healing, engagement, artivism for recovery from trauma, and it just came to me like that. And then, so the whole program, I had a team.
Yeah.
But the team was looking to me for the programming.
Okay.
So it was like my
the
first
operations and everything.
Oh yeah. So
crazy.
like I know.
So you just got thrown in it.
Yeah. So I'm really good at creativity.
Right.
That piece, that brainstorming piece.
Yeah.
So like all this stuff was in my field. Like I could just. Whatever I think could happen. So I created like this whole workshop series. I built it out and stuff, and I'm like, they're like, oh yeah, that's great. Like, yeah, cool, let's do this.
Yeah.
So I go into the first workshop. There's 24 youth from the community that I'm in, right? Everything's like proper, flyers, everything went out, blah, 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 all the marketing and shit. And then the youth, I'm like, write down your names, and they're like, oh, like these nuts. Right? The kids are like these nuts and
that's the kids.
And I'm like, you fucking guys, I know you. Like I know you. That's why you guys are giving me a hard time. I go, you guys gotta treat like. And so I'm like, fuck.
I've had to work with youth before. I know how it is.
I was so drained the first day.
It's hard. It's tough, man. It's tough.
Dude, I was so drained and discouraged.
Right.
Because I'm like, who I was.
Yeah.
Going into space, I'm like, why the fuck am I doing this? I was just like in the hood, chilling on the
who do
side.
I owe this to?
Yeah.
Is that a question you thought of? Because think of it like, I don't know. I guess I'm trying to see if that's how you feel, because maybe not. But like, it's like, did it ever come to a point where you're like, okay, I know how I feel. I know my passion towards this is real.
Yeah.
But like, why me? Like, why am I being the one
That's the question I asked.
Why am I being the one that's chosen for this challenge, right? To go through this.
But this is the
That's what I'm
beauty
saying.
of
Yeah.
spirituality. It's like,
That's what I mean. I want to know your perspective on that, right?
out of all the scriptures and the fucking ancient things I've seen, like
Yeah.
whether it's like Achilles or whatever it is, it's like these guys have to go through bullshit in their lives, like King Arthur and stuff like that.
Mhm.
You know, you kind of like get taken away from who you are. You
Right.
grow up thinking who you're somebody you're not. That's opposite of who you actually are.
Facts.
And then one day you find the sword.
Yes.
You pick up the sword and you realize, oh shit, I was always meant to carry this sword. So in my community, I look at life like in a way, like we're like how you play a video game in a way.
Mhm.
Like you start on stage 1, and you can't go to stage 2 if you don't clear stage 1.
Bro, so facts. This is literally the way I think about life. Facts. Like you're touching it real for now. For sure.
So if I'm in the hood scene and that's my stage 1 and I dip from the hood, it's like I dipped on stage 1. So I'm like you, and I've had conversations.
But if you go to stage 5 right away, you're gonna get killed.
Yeah.
Like that stage is too big for you still.
It's too big.
You gotta slowly work up to it. Yeah.
You're not ready for that. So
You're not ready for that. Yeah. You're gonna get wrecked.
So I'm in the hood. There's kids going through all this stuff because I went through it. Like people trying to, like I've been like there's prostitution. There's a whole bunch of stuff happening in these spaces, and then the kids are there, and it's like, oh shit. And then as I'm growing, the kids are coming to talk to me because they're the kids now, and they're like, oh, my mom doesn't want me to do this, and they're not giving me this. They're not supporting their dreams.
Right.
And I'm just getting cheesed inside. Like you got like, fuck the parent. Like you know what I mean? Like fuck the world.
Yeah,
you guys are important. You guys are the universe.
Facts.
Right.
Facts.
And so I'm like, what can I do to empower? So that's how it is. Because like after I start to volunteer, it's like I'm allowed to do this. I can do this. What can I do to empower these youth? Because they are me. They're my little brothers and sisters. Because that's how it is in the hood. They're coming to me for money. They're coming to me for food sometimes, or to draw. They knock the door and they go, Aaleem, can we draw today? Can we come inside and draw or whatever?
Yeah.
So I'll put the movie on. I'll make popcorn. Like during the pandemic, like I bought them an emulator. For $2, right? There's a link online on Instagram, and it was like 17,000 games, SNES, whatever. But the main game for us was 64. I used to bring my TV outside. We used to run 64 tournaments in the hood with the kids. And they don't know about that because it's our era. They know about the Switch shit and all that. But they don't know about Nintendo 64 or Mario Kart, you know?
That's crazy.
So, like, we used to do stuff and play Street Fighter with them because they don't know about Street Fighter. And then do movie nights. And those are the things, like, organizations around it, like, you know, be a part of it, and then I bring the community into these organizations. So it's constantly this community building, sort of like enterprise, social kind of enterprise happening. And then once I started solidifying heart, doing workshops, like I said, the first workshop series, I was so out of it, and the first week or two, and I spoke to an elder, and they said to me, be yourself. Don't go and try to be a facilitator or whatever. Be yourself. And the next day I went in and I'm like, yo, what would I do? So the library had like 20 djembes, different types of African drums at that time. I took all of them, I put them in like a row, like a seat, circle seat. And then when the kids came in, or the youth, they all went behind, and I'm like, okay, show me your energy. Well, they went behind one, I'm like, show me your energy. So they sat down, they're banging, and they're just doing this, right? And like, after that, fully engaged.
Crazy.
Fully engaged.
Nice.
So from then on, I was just like, okay, load off my shoulders, Aaleem, be the artist you are, be who you are. And so we did that shit. We did amazing.
You started going into the flow of it now.
Yeah, I taught them how to. I showed them, I guided them how to tell the story.
Yeah.
With like hiding the carrots in the cake. It was super easy. And through that story, I got to find out so much about the individual youth. And like there was one youth who explained like his dad passed away, or his dad left, and he's like 12. And he has to be like
like the man of the family now.
And that's the reason why he was so quiet, and like some other family shit he was going through, and like he didn't know he was telling me all that. He didn't realize, because he was just filling in the blanks. He's
just focused on like the other stuff.
He's focused on the visualization of the story or whatever, right?
Exactly.
And all the kids came up after and they just hugged him.
Crazy.
Yeah. And
man, you see, and that's the moment that you're like, That's why this is.
These are the moments.
These are the moments.
The moment that I felt, I'm like, yo, this is what I have to do with my life in some way.
Yeah.
Although I have this dream, it's like, this is so important. So we give them $1,000 for a give back day. That was the last thing. We're like, we are your assistants and you guys are the leaders. What do you want to do? And they're like, oh, we want to have like a music station and an art station, a braiding hair station. I'm like, all right, cool, all of it. It's all good. If we can fit in the budget, you guys are good.
Sick.
So we did it. So like, it was barbecue. I got my cousin to come DJ, or I think I DJ or something. And then, different things. Everything was happening. The kids were leading. It was dope. We had a vigil as well. And because we lost people in the community, I lost my best friend. Other people have lost people as well. So we got those cups and we put the candle through it and we lit it for everybody. And I said, speak about the person you lost, and when you're done, like, out the candle, like, blow it out in memory of them. So we did it, and the beauty of that is, like, some of the tough, like, people from the class start to break down crying, and then I got to console them and sit with them and talk to them a bit.
That's amazing, man.
In that space, they all went through it. I went through it with blood candle. And they said to me, Aaleem, a girl, she said, Aaleem, before we had this class, this workshop, it's like we would walk by each other in the hood and like we're strangers. We don't say hi, we don't care. Some people are alone. But now we're like family. And then other people are like, kids are like, yeah, and they were standing up, and I was like, fuck. Cause I'm doing it out of love, but I'm still so full of fear.
Well, yeah, that was gonna be my next question is like, how has your perspective shifted now because of the things you've been through around love, right? How has your perspective shifted from what it used to be to what it is now, especially seeing you can find such a deep love non-romantically?
It's like the weight lifts from your body. Like you could feel like as if the rain falls on your body.
Yeah.
Imagine like the opposite happening.
Right.
That's how it feels like. And when it pulls up, like the rain droplets or whatever pulls up off of you, it's pulling all the dirt.
Oh, that's a good analogy, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's a good way to put it.
It's like God going.
Yeah. It's like pure.
Cleaning you, yeah.
Pure essence.
Yeah, it's
so. Would you? Are you still open to romantic love though?
Of course. I will never. I am the romance in the relationship. I am the My Chemical Romance.
Yeah.
So, but like.
So I'm saying like right now you're talking to someone or what's going on there?
No.
You just focus right now, yeah.
So I'm gonna bring it back right now. So So when they said that, the youth, right? They said that to me.
Yeah.
And they said thank you. That's what they said. They said thank you, and it was so genuine and sincere. I looked down and I started to cry. Like my tears fell out of my eye, and I looked down at my heart and I go, yo. Although I'm struggling to get by, like whatever, and like in back of my head, I'm like, okay, but looking back, days done, I have to do the receipts and I have to put it in, and then these guys have to keep my money, like, you know what I mean, for the work. I put my head down and I'm like, holy shit, it's not about the money. It's about this feeling. Right?
Right.
This overwhelming thing that's happening to my soul right now, and I want to feel that more in my life. So it helped me catalyze community.
Right.
Building capacity building is so important.
It's the most crucial thing.
Yeah. And it goes intertwined with my arts, my music, because my art influences that, and that influences my art. So it's a double helix for me. So I found that path, right?
Yeah.
And it's not just like one hand punching the brick. It's
you feel fulfillment?
2 hand punching the brick.
Yeah.
Right? So it's constantly like it's chipping. And I feel fulfilled because it's like this direct, and it just keeps going like this. Right? So as I do community work, it helps support, maybe like I could do a song, or I could do like some marketing shit, and then that could probably get money to do maybe an idea for more music or more stuff with youth.
Right. Yeah. It's a self-running organism in itself.
Yeah, and it's been building that way.
Right.
Like from those workshop series, and then I started doing the festivals.
Right. I read about that.
Yeah,
I saw your website.
I turned those workshops into the festivals because it's like, we're doing music from the heart. And it's like, where do people perform music from the heart? Like, that's about trauma and shit. Like,
facts.
You know, abuse and shit. That
And that's the logo on the hat, no?
This logo is
this looks familiar.
This is my logo for my arts.
For your arts.
Yeah.
Yes. That's what it was. I've seen it somewhere. Right.
Yeah. Sorry, my logo for heart.
Yeah.
Is
the actual word, isn't it?
It's the word, but it's a Sankofa.
Sankofa?
Sankofa, yes. Sankofa. It's an African Adinkra symbol. Adinkra symbol, and it means something, right? In different parts, there's different, like 50 of them or something like that.
Okay.
So this one specifically means go back to the past and fetch it.
Oh, crazy.
Which is the whole point of heart. And
that's amazing, bro.
Yeah.
You say you're not good at branding, but that's on point.
Well, I mean, the other stuff I'm more good at the visuals.
No, I got you.
The creative side of stuff. Like, even with music. I don't know how to play music, but I can compose shit, like if I have like the artist in the room.
Right.
And
like you got the A&R ear type of.
Yeah, I got like the Rick Rubin type of.
Gotcha.
And I've done it recently too.
I bet. How come? I wanted to ask. How come the T on heart is like lowercase?
What, the start with the asterisk?
Yeah.
Because
the whole thing is a capital, and then the last T is lowercase, right? Am I tripping?
Yeah, because I'm minimizing the effects of trauma, so I didn't want to give it the big T.
Read that. There you go. I was like, I knew you would have an answer. I was like, this is on purpose. I was like, this is on purpose, and I know what the answer is gonna be. It's gonna be some crazy shit. That's amazing, bro. That's dope.
Do you want? Here's a side note to that.
Yeah.
You know the symbol, the asterisk.
Yeah.
What does an asterisk mean?
I mean, it's used a lot in. I mean, honestly, that's a good question because I've only seen it in places like when they say like asterisk is like mandatory to fill out on a form, or like
it's like an extra note that they need to tell you about.
Yeah, like a comment or something like that. Yeah, exactly. Or like I guess I've never really seen it in like in like a article really or something. I don't know. So what is it used for?
So no, you're absolutely right. Right. It's like used for like fine print on phones, plans, and shit like that.
Right. Yeah.
Just to let people know, like, this is what the asterisk means, or there's a caveat to this. Oh, it's only for up until Tuesday or something. But there's another meaning for an asterisk I found in the dictionary. I thought it was super cool, and it's like it represents the underdog.
The underdog?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why the asterisk?
I don't know. It represents
like the concept of the underdog in a situation?
It's like the asterisk is kind of like a side note kind of thing. It represents the underdog, the one let's put aside, the person who's,
Interesting.
It was in the dictionary.
Wow.
And I was like, wow, this is sick.
That's pretty sick.
Because it's just like more aligned with the energy,
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, that's how, like, for
that's dope, bro. Now I'm like looking at the whole logo in my head. I'm like, damn, that's a really cool concept.
And it just came together, and that's what I love about life. Like, it doesn't. I don't think life specifically has to be. It's not linear. It's spiral.
Not even close.
Like hair,
spiral, and then sometimes you go straight back down and then back up. Like it's like crazy shit. Yeah.
But the beauty of the mess, is that all the pieces are within you.
Right.
It's just that. Are you creating space for yourself to puzzle it together, or are you so wrapped up in the whole of the entirety of the world and the way the world works that you have no time to just see your own beauty? And that's what it is. Like creator wants to create, right? And there's
a creator needs to create.
Exactly, it's a creator. So so there's a book called The Artist's Way.
Okay.
It's by Julia Cameron. She's Martin Scorsese's ex-wife, I think. She's dope though. She wrote this book for artists who are having trouble on their path, and a lot of artists use it. Like J. Cole, after his first album, he felt like he couldn't write another album as good as the one he wrote or whatever, and
that's crazy.
Somebody gave him this book, and he read the whole book, and he wrote a new album. Based off of that book, like because of that book, and he talks about it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Which album did he write out?
It's the one with She Knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
That's a wild album.
Because he was blocked, right?
Yeah.
So and then this helps you unblock. It's for blocked creatives.
Crazy.
And in it,
I definitely want to read it too.
Oh yeah, it's fucking sick. And it was a workbook with it too.
Nice.
But in the book it says, the creator created us to create, and our gifts back to the creator are our creations.
Say that one more time.
So the creator created us to create, but our gifts back to the creator are our creations.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a constant cycle.
Exactly.
Yes.
So when you're not creating, you're dying, kind of thing. When you're not growing, you're dying. So like, the beauty of it though is like you are creation. You are creator. You are a shard. Like if I take a piece of the sun and I put it right here, it's still the sun. It's still a piece of, so in all essence, you are the creator. Right? Right? So it's like you are the creator of your reality. So, and I know you know this a lot because like the life that you're living and the beauty that you have in your life that I've been seeing, it's like, oh, this guy needs to be floating on a fucking limbus, a cloud nine, and a different type of mentality because the world does not float on that mentality. The way that society works does not, it's more tethered to this.
Yes.
And the way the energy you're giving is more tethered to something else. Right? And that's a beautiful thing. So for me, it's the same way. It's with life. It's like I follow my heart now. Like I empty my cup. I empty the river of my mind and I let it flow to my heart center.
Nice.
And my heart is an attunement tool to where I need to go and so what energies I need to do.
It's like a radar almost.
Yeah. And your heart knows beyond your eyes.
Absolutely.
You know, your eyes are like so glitzed and glamored by bullshit.
Compared to what the heart can see, man.
And your heart can see, oh, that's actually a witch. It's not Kim Kardashian. So, but
that's hilarious.
So Heart turned into a festival series.
Yeah, man.
The first one was at the library. The second one was at Sketch Arts. The third one was at Rexdale. The fourth one was in front of my house with the Juno nominated reggae artist, Crazy, and like friggin' like free ice cream for the whole hood. It was crazy.
Jeez.
And then and performances. Oh, and for these festivals, I get youth paid properly for the performances.
Oh, that's dope, man.
And we do the
that's
judging.
Not common.
No, we do the judging. There's like kids doing judging, older people doing judging.
That's crazy. Nice.
Yeah, and we do raffles. We do free food. Everything is huge.
Is there another one coming up?
So
it's in the plans.
They're always in the plans. I know. God knows, because the last one was pandemic.
It's hard, man. Anybody out there who's never hosted an event or a festival, it's not easy shit.
Yeah, you got to get.
It's tough, man.
Grants. You got to get permits. And
licenses.
Shit.
Yeah, man. It's a whole process.
Yo,
sure.
The CDO of Rexdale.
Yeah.
She was a part of the last one I did.
Oh, nice.
And she goes, "What do you need me to do?" I go, "You get the permits." Right? Yeah, because like these guys don't know how hard it is for us residents and shit to get spaces to even host a birthday party at a park.
Yeah.
And they wanted us to do a festival at a city park. I'm like, you get the permits. She was so stressed. And if you see this, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, she was so stressed until like a day before. That's when she got the permits. And she works in the permit, like city place.
That's how you know.
That's how you know.
That's how you know, man. It's stressful shit. I've only had to run a couple events before, not festivals, which I'm sure is even harder.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, same thing. The day of, my insurance hadn't even confirmed yet.
Yeah, see, it's so.
Day of the event, bro. I was stressed. Yeah. Bro. Like it was almost closing time. They hadn't even called me back yet, bro. I was like.
That's crazy.
It was crazy, and it was my own. You know, I obviously could have done so much better in the pre-planning.
Yeah.
Like there's obviously a whole casket of accountability I could take around the event, but yeah, man, it's even if you do your best, there's just bound to be trouble when you're trying to plan something so big like a festival or an event.
Yeah, sure. Like if we're giving value to the consumers, I would say like you know a team is super important.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, and a team that's like actual teaming.
Yes.
Right.
You know? Taking initiative and then checking in.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
showing up.
Communication, showing up. Yeah, man.
It's just like a band. So like, but for me, it's like
a band, exactly.
You know, the resources are out there. The Volunteer Toronto, if you need for events, people are glad to help. Community capacity building, all these things.
That's amazing.
But to have a couple of like some key players other than you, so that it doesn't weigh on you. Like my fifth event was at the park. And I helped move the stuff in because the movers didn't come. I helped set up equipment, built it up and everything. I was running around doing logistics and shit. And then the last performance was my own. I dropped on the ground before that, and I just like took in the energy of the world, like the not the world, the earth.
Yeah.
And I just looked at the sky until I heard like my name calling, and I got up and went. Oh. And it's like
I was like, ah, shit.
I was told by EDOs or not EDOs, CDOs and other people. They're like, yo, you gotta pick who you want to be in this.
Right.
You want to be the festival runner or you want to be the artist? I'm like,
it's true. It's true.
I want to be both. They're like, energetically, you can't.
You can't. It's true, man. It's true. You know, take it from me. Like, I definitely have seen the other side of it of like, I wasn't the artist. So like my partner, which at the time, I don't know if you know of him. You never met him, Javon.
No, I know of him.
Yeah. So he's an artist, and at the time he tried to help me with the event, but he had to step away closer to the time of the event because it's true. You got to get into the mindset of the creative, which is a very different mindset than project manager, logistics. It's a whole different mindset, right? So it's definitely true. Yeah. But like you said, man, it's building the team, right? The first couple events, you had to play both roles. You had to slowly build up everything around it.
Yeah.
Understand the system, right? Because now it's like what they say. It's like you can't teach somebody something that you never learned for yourself.
For sure.
And at the end of the day, you have to know if someone's doing the right job or not because you have to also have experienced it.
Yeah. Exactly.
So now it's like when you hire someone, you'll know if they're doing a good job because you've done it.
And you'll know like off the bat if
exactly. It's very quick. It's very quick.
Yeah.
So that's crazy, man. And I wanted to ask you, like, what would you say? It's a bit of a switch in the topic, but it's still related.
Well,
what are some of the habits, on a day-to-day basis that you feel like you've had to kind of battle? Because I'm sure, I can speak for myself, but I'm sure based on the story that you've told me, there's been a lot of moments, aside from the people that you almost got involved with, like substances you mentioned, eventually, in private you mentioned that eventually, we both know we're weed smokers, whatever. Yeah. But like, where has life taken you?
Sometimes. No, I'm joking.
Well, yeah, right. So like, where has life taken you, like, in that sense, like how have you been able to kind of control your habits especially when you got to be focused and you have, kids depending on you, you have a whole festival you gotta run, you got artists. So like, this is some real accountability shit, right? And like, let me know if like, if it has come in the way, because I'm sure it has. I'm sure it has for me, right?
Of course.
Shit. So like, yeah, tell me what you think, man.
Especially coming from like, okay, so like a lot of the stuff comes from the chip too, right? A lot of like the chip on the shoulder. Like I come from a certain area, I grew up a certain way, thinking a certain way about myself and the world,
Yeah.
And the even the area that I choose to develop in, which is the artistic field. It's like, there's like these labels.
The culture.
There's like a stigma for this, like kind of like bohemian lifestyle as an artist or whatever.
Yes.
So like when I connect with youth, it's like, I think it's like the integrity and that's where the accountability comes into play. It's like, okay, I'm in front of like, so just to be super candid, like I had a gig to do and I was smoking like a lot before, and then I had a gig that was starting up for like a month or a couple of weeks or whatever. And I met the youth on the first day. And I wasn't high or anything, but I was just like, residual feelings from the days before. And I was just like, I need to stop because like they deserve more of me.
Right.
They deserve like a fully engaged me, not like me just going like, fast. What? Like just trying to get them away from me so I could just like have some like chill time or whatever, like because I'm so drained.
Yeah.
So I do it in that. It's like something calls my heart to be more appropriate for the time and space. I think it's kind of like a scripture. It's like there's a time for war, a time for peace.
Right.
And if I'm being responsible, it's like I can't be up in the kids' spot, like up like the school or workshops shit, like lighting up blood, like, yo, what's up? Like that would be ideal if they didn't take it on like that, but like, because you could have different conversations with people when you're like, on a heights, but they're kids, you gotta be responsible and respectful. And it's life, so you gotta be appropriate. So for the most part, it's navigating that, taking care of yourself while you're doing stuff. And like usually when I do a festival and it's like this long stretch, and then after that happens, there's like this sense of like missing. It's like you miss the festival, you miss the time you had, like whether it's a program, a workshop, whatever it is. I've always felt this melancholic feeling afterwards, like a sadness, like even
like you just weren't present in the moment. Because your mind was elsewhere, maybe?
I'll tell you the visual that I've told people before. So like when I do a project, or even if it's like anything, if I were to save somebody, like the idea in my head is like Clint Eastwood walks into an old town with like fucking those balls rolling around, and you know he has his poncho on, and he's just like looking, and there's some shit happening in the town, like a girl's getting, I don't know, pulled in a bar by some guy, and look, there's a bad guys in the bar and stuff. So by the end of the movie, he clears it up, kills the bad guys, you know, and then the girl's like in love with him, and then they're all celebrating in this moment, you know, and then they're looking around for Clint Eastwood, and he's not there.
Right.
He's gone. He's walking into the sunset towards the next town. And I think life is like that for me. It's like I'm like a lone wolf. I'm like doing what I gotta do, and on the way, it's like Ash Ketchum. It's just like loving my life on the way towards, you know, my stepping stone.
The
towards,
sunset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so like with organizations or workshops or things I've been in, like programs, I kind of like weirdly miss the ending sometimes. Like I'm not there for graduation or something like that, and it's like, oh, because the journey continues.
That's so interesting you say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's so crazy how I also kind of tend to miss like the ending to some things.
Yeah.
And I wonder if I never took that in. Huh. Like I wonder if it's related, you know?
I get sad. I get sad like how come I can't be a part of like how come I'm never really a part of the ending?
But do you think it's just like self-sabotage to some extent, in the sense that like you just don't want to get attached all the way till the end? Because otherwise you're afraid of like what that that full commitment will look like on the other side?
I know.
Do you think it could be related somehow?
I think there's parts of that kick, like, you know, that
to a personal level, yeah.
Yeah,
like everybody gets it at different levels, right? But it's like,
yeah, no, I think it's more along the lines with creation, the creativity with finishing. Like one reason why, like in the book, are saying like some artists who haven't been like acknowledged when they were young for their art, like oh mom, dad, like this is my song or my thing. Oh, that's great. That's great.
Right.
And then so when they grow up and they're creative and they're creating this shit, they never finish because of that last end criticism. That's
crazy.
That's what I could see bothering me like for years.
Right.
And it fucks with like a lot of artist friends of mine too. Like that once it's done, then it's open for criticism. That thing, so they never finish. They just keep creating.
Gotcha.
So it's a perpetual loop of fuckery.
That could be it too, 100%.
Yeah.
Shit. That's a good way to look at it too. Yeah. It's like childhood stuff.
But with shows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I would love to wrap up a show and then go on my merry way. Like enjoy the end. Like I love the after thing. Like if I were to do a band, like a show, I would go and eat with my friends or whatever, or I'd go for like a long walk.
Right.
Just to be in that energy of self and like accomplishment, because it's something I need to hold dear because I'm so used to like looking past myself. And what I do with my accomplishments and shit, like I've won over $200,000 in community revitalization funds through my art.
That's amazing.
As a volunteer, yeah.
Wow.
I got a scholarship to York through doing music.
What?
Yeah, through doing music and through doing community volunteering.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
bro.
2016. These types of things happen, and it's like, so what are they worth? They're only worth as much as you think they're worth. Like you did mention something about success.
The value to you. Yes. Yeah. I was gonna ask you that. Yeah.
Success is based off of like.
Well, I was gonna ask you. Yeah, like what's your perspective on success? Define it in your own terms. Because is you sound so far like you're more focused on the process and the journey, less in the actual outcome. And so like that's just the life of the creator, right? Like you're saying.
Yeah, you never see what do they say? You never see a U-Haul behind a hearse.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, real talk. And like as much as like you know, and Bob Marley goes, if you know what life is worth, then you would find yours on earth. And it's like, okay,
Fact.
What's your heaven?
Yes.
Is your heaven cars and affluence? Then cool. But is your heaven nature and like coconut water? Then cool. Then go for your heaven.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. But time will tell if it's actually heaven for you.
Yes, exactly. You have to be clear if it's truly a value or like it's some sort of insecurity or void you're trying to fill or some shit.
Or a mask.
Exactly, a mask.
Yeah.
Exactly it. Yeah.
That's exactly. And then, so like for me, like
and that's happened to all of us, right? Like it could be something even internal that nobody else sees.
Yeah.
You know, you start drinking coffee for a long time, and then eventually it just clicks to you that you don't even like coffee, but then you realize that, you know, your parents always drank coffee around you growing up, so it just became a habit.
Yeah.
You pick it up later on, years later, you're like, oh, I don't even like coffee. You know, because eventually it clicks in.
Yeah.
Like it just depends on your mindfulness. Depends on where you are in life, how many responsibilities you got on you. Where's your mind at all the time, right? What's been your journey now? Like there, like do you feel like you've had enough time to process the things you've been through, or do you feel like it's the opposite? Like it's a never-ending game of I always have 10 things to process. Let me pick one, and the other 9 just keep getting pushed until eventually I do another one.
I think at this moment it's that feeling of like time is running out. Just like really lately though. And it's like, if I take somebody who's going through like an anxiety attack or whatever, and I put them somewhere else, like put them somewhere or surround them with some people with good hearts or like good energy, the anxiety tends to dwindle. It's like, what we're doing to the environment and to the world and to each other is manifesting energies like out of us that are affecting the earth. Like the earth is constantly pulling, it's like healing us.
Yes.
So it's constantly like siphoning the bullshit.
Yes.
But the more that we come up with the bullshit, the earth's like, I can't handle this tsunami. I can't handle this earthquake. And it's
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's.
Do you believe that Earth is like an extension of like what the human being is?
Yeah, we are.
We are Earth.
Like.
Yeah.
How would we say it on ourselves? Like, what's still alive on ourselves that it's not on ourselves? Like, I guess hair's still connected.
Yeah. No. Like, I literally feel like the trees in the world are the Earth's hair.
Yeah.
And then like the birds are like the immune system because they kind of like they get rid of the pests and shit. Like not the birds, maybe some other insects. Like every little aspect of Earth resembles what the human being is. I'm a huge believer in that. Is that kind of what you feel?
Yeah, for sure. If one of us died today and you left one of us outside, it like we start to decompose. Like all that shit comes out from inside of us, like the bugs and stuff too, from inside.
From inside, absolutely, exactly.
So it's like, and then we go right back into the dirt. And then if you actually get a cut outside in the wilderness, you can just put dirt on you and it'll heal you because it's the same minerals in your blood.
Facts.
So, you know, the idea about like, you know...
water. Just water alone. How much water can do.
Water, but then there's like the water, like, and this is the way the world works is so horrible for us.
Yeah.
Because it's like, the only reason our pipes are like slightly alkaline is so that they don't rust. Like you won't alkaline our pipes for us. For your infrastructure. You won't give us, like, you know, why do I have to put sea salt in my water? To absorb it. You know, why are there things like canned water and shit and the water you give us in the bottles? Like, why?
Right.
You know?
Right.
With the food too, it's like, why are you creating these fruits that don't have any nutrition in it and feeding it to us and saying, live long?
Facts.
It's this constant economy of like, it's like planned obsolescence. That's what it is. It's like light bulbs can last forever.
Yeah.
Or for the most part, hundreds of years. Cars can too. Like, but planned obsolescence is like, yo, I'm gonna make this computer or phone last only a year, so that when the year is up, then you have to renew it to get the new one. Because if it didn't, if it lasted as long as it should last, then the consumer wouldn't buy the new product.
Yeah.
So why they still have repair shops, right? For TVs and shit. Planned obsolescence.
So let me ask you some real shit right now.
Yeah.
Have you ever had the thought of like maybe Toronto or just like anything westernized as a society is just not for me? Let me go live.
Yeah.
Like in Europe whatever, on a camper van like how I'm doing.
Dude,
Some crazy shit like that.
Yeah, and
Bro, I'm fucking so excited, man. I'm ready for that. I'm ready for that, bro.
What are you gonna do?
Bro, just fucking live it.
Where are you gonna go?
No. I figure you're asking like the plan. Yeah, bro. Like we're gonna do all North America, man. So we're gonna go down to Florida, come back around, bro, all the way, go up San Francisco, then go Alberta, because we're gonna go Alberta first. But the thing is, we're leaving mid-October just now, and so because of the weather's about to start getting frisky over there.
Yeah.
So we might just do the opposite. We're gonna do a full loop and go down, but now we're gonna do the other way around. So go down New York, all the way to Florida.
Oh, warmer to cold.
Warmer, and then by the time like the spring, like March, give or take, comes around, we go up San Francisco, go up the coast, and then come back through Alberta and BC, and then come back into Toronto.
That's crazy.
It's gonna be like 4 months, bro, at least, for sure. 5 months maybe at this point.
So just like a
We're
side
full
question,
on, yeah.
You like how you finally
Yeah, no. These are all great questions, bro. Yeah, no, we're I'll be honest, man. We're still kind of sorting out a couple things, you know, like financially. Like, thankfully, you know, we could buy the camper outright right now. It was a used camper, but it was a sick, bro. It has solar panels, so we have electricity built up right within the van. We have 100 gallons of water pumping at all times. So, like, we have a shower built in the back, so we just gotta open the back and take a shower easily. We have a running sink, like heater, cooler, bro. It's crazy. Windows on all 4 sides, bro. It's amazing, man. So
that's crazy.
The thing is pimped out. In terms of money, you know, we're kind of in the process of like trying to merge. Well, first of all, we're on YouTube, so we're gonna build our YouTube channel.
Oh,
And then through there, you know, hopefully through the viewerships, if people really start messing with the content, then of course, eventually we'll monetize. Hopefully, that's the goal.
Yeah.
But in between that, you know, sponsorships, we're gonna hope to find some sponsorships because we're gonna make a whole series, right? So it's gonna be fun, bro. We're gonna have a lot of fun, bro. It's gonna be sick. Yeah. But on that note, though, man, it's like. It for me at least, I can definitely say it came from a lot of that energy, bro. Like I don't really like the way that society is structured. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it just made me really question, like, you know, do I want to do the thing that a lot of stubborn people do, where they convince themselves that it's more about willpower than environment, or do I want to just get out of this environment and then see after a long period of time of being away from the environment if it really does come down to willpower, and then I come back to Toronto and have to rebuild again. I'm the kind of guy, I don't like to take people's word for things if I know I can try it. So if I can try it, let me just go through it, because even if the answer in the end is exactly what I thought it would be,
at least you did.
The pain that I endured during that process is going to build my character to a level that the guessing game could have never got me. Yeah. I'd rather just live through it, especially if I know the pros outweigh the cons. Yeah. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, because I know like this whole camper thing is risky, right? For so many reasons. Safety wise, you know, what happens if in the middle of nowhere your tire goes flat? Shit, now a winter storm comes around. Like, that's extreme level shit, but it could happen, right? Safety, other people, burglars, right? All that type of shit. But look on the other side, it's like this could build me to a man that when I come back to Toronto, I just wreck through shit, and you know, my life changes upside down in a positive way. Yeah. And right, so that's the perspective I have, bro. And she's on the same boat. She's still a little like nervous because this is new for her. She's traveled around the world for football, but it was always structured. Like she already had somebody there waiting for her. Somebody was gonna help her with their stay, the food. But now it's like full survival on the shit. Yeah. So yeah, man. To loop it back around though, like. Have you never thought about something like that, considering, because you grew up in Toronto, right, for the most part?
Yeah, like, I don't drive, really.
You've never driven, really?
Like, I mean, when I was a kid, we stole cars.
Okay. True.
And
so you had to drive it somewhere.
Yeah, one time we had like these 3 like vans, Chrysler vans, because they're like really, really easy to steal. Yeah. So, and then one day they were gone, and we all ran back to the hood because like cops or something must have been watching us. But that was just like, but I did go for my license and shit. I just never went back for the full thing. When I was a kid, I flew out of a car. Okay. Like
literally.
I flew out of a car. Yeah.
Oh fuck! I mean, damn, that's a whole other story, bro.
Yeah, I rolled through the intersection, the four way, and it was like Highway 27 and.
Damn, yeah.
By Woodbine Center.
By Woodbine.
And like the door opened, I was sleeping on the door, and my uncle turned, and I flew out of the car, I rolled, and like a motorcycle almost ran me over, a next car, and then I stopped. And
how old were you at this point, bro?
I was like 9.
Damn. Okay.
So I was like small.
Right.
And maybe 7 or something. And then I looked up, and then the car was like.
It's like a movie.
Yeah, like movie. A lot of the shit is like movies for me, and I just like was so shocked.
Jesus
And
Christ.
then I heard my mom would cry and shit, and then I jumped up and I ran to the back, and my whole like knees and my elbows were bleeding and shit.
Just, yeah.
But ever since then, I was just like, bus is cool.
Well, shit. I mean, thank you for sharing that, bro. That's crazy. I know with you told me that you had some stuff you wanted to share, obviously, right? But you never know through the conversations, through one question, it always leads to some other thing.
Yeah, I've had different. I think they're called LDEs, like near death experience. Like I fell in the Humber River in the winter.
You told me that last time too.
Yeah,
that's
ice.
crazy.
That was crazy. So
Bro,
now
what the fuck?
when it gets cold outside, I start
Yeah.
to, like my teeth start to go, like really quickly.
But it's just like the trauma because of what happened?
I think so.
Because when you fell, it was like winterish?
It was ice. I fell through the ice
Fuck.
in Humber, and I was going.
You didn't
down.
get stuck under, did you?
Yeah, I was
Really?
I fell through the
Jesus
ice,
Christ, bro.
Like I fell through the ice over here,
Yeah.
like over here.
Yeah, right.
And there's the bend. Right, I fell through over here. My brothers and friends and stuff were over here. So when I fell through the ice over here, I went whoop, then they couldn't see me, and then my hand, my hat, kind of pushed up over here, and then I was underneath still. And so they randomly grabbed a stick or something, and they pushed it over here, and I grabbed it in the water, and they pulled me out. I was small.
How long were you in the water? Like in general, throughout the whole time?
Like a minute or something.
And the whole time submerged, or you had
Submerged.
moments to kind of gasp for air?
There was when I put my hand up. That's when
the first time,
when
yeah.
I was like,
Yeah. Fuck, bro.
Yeah.
Damn, man, that's crazy. How do you feel about that one? Like, how did you feel in terms of like, was it one of those moments where they say it lasted like an hour? On the contrary, it all happened so fast that you can't even process it.
I remember what happened. It was like
You remember vividly?
you get pushed in a crowd. Just get pushed in the crowd, and the current's so like
The current's fucked, dude.
rough. Yeah, it was winter. It was like sticks and shit too, and it's fast. It's rough. It's like
Yeah. The Humber River is fast at some point.
it's like white river rafting.
Yeah, eh?
Yeah, I was on a
So
raft.
did you get injured? Like, did you like hit something, your elbow against something, and like it hurt it bad or some shit like that? Or
No, I got hit in
or it
the
was more
water.
like trauma?
Yeah, but I got hit in the water by things, but like nothing hurt me bad like that. Like
Like,
I
did you come out with like an elbow like dislocated or something like that?
No.
Like you were completely fine in that sense.
Yeah, like I've been through other stuff. Like I fell off a tanker truck, the top of it.
A tanker truck.
You know those big tanker like Optimus Prime trucks?
Yeah, right. Like the 18-wheelers?
Yeah, I fell off of it. I got hooked into a fence and got slammed into the ground.
Holy shit.
What else happened? I've had guns pulled in my face.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Stuff
Fuck,
like that.
bro.
So
I mean-
I'm gonna do like a little blow right now.
No. Do your thing.
Not like
We're gonna pause this episode with our sponsors.
that's hilarious.
No smell whites.
Yo, imagine tissues. They're actually
No smell white tissues. So clean, your nose will be even dirtier when you're finished.
imagine tissues are actually clear.
Bro, that'd be crazy. Like a crazy way to like
Isn't that
import like fucking. What's that?
Is it okay?
Oh, you're great. Yeah, you're great. It's also probably the humidity though. It's a little hot, right?
Yeah.
Because like we don't have the windows open or anything right now, so the humidity's probably building up.
That's okay.
You know, in the conversation. This is crazy, by the way, bro. It's a great conversation, man. I
Yeah.
appreciate you coming.
Yeah, thank you.
This has been dope, bro. Yeah, like you've touched on so many things that I think a lot of people at home, I hope at least, you know, can really relate to, especially the people, you know, of course, as everything, I'm going to start growing this organically here in the city. A lot of people from Toronto, bro, my audience, they're from all over Toronto, especially when I was promoting.
Yeah.
So I hope that a lot of people out there can definitely relate to a lot of things you're touching on a real level, and that's why I appreciate that you like being personal, like you like getting into detail, because detail matters, man. I think the change is in the detail. You know, I think a lot of people never really understand concepts because the people who are delivering it are more focused on just looking good than actually getting the message across.
Yeah.
You know, like there's no one specific, but you think about just like, you know, when you listen to a TED Talk or something, like when you go to places for information, the person delivering it, man, it's like, it matters so much how simplistic yet how detailed you can be in conjoint.
Yeah.
And I think you're very good at doing both of those things. And I'm sure obviously working within music and arts has helped you, like you're very articulate, like in the way that you express things.
Thank you.
So I appreciate that you're honestly, not only you're picking really good stories to share, but you're also going into detail and like really allowing people to understand, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just authentic. I think that's like,
authenticity, bro. I mean, we always knew it.
That's like a huge value for me.
Yeah.
Especially today, like, because
it has to be, bro.
It has
more
to
than
be.
ever. It's so important.
You know, we're talking about the world.
Yeah.
And I feel like
AI and shit. You know?
The spirit since 2012, they said like that's the end of the world or whatever. That was just the end of the Mayan calendar, right?
Right.
But but the thing is, what I realized since then, like the frequency of the world has risen, and a lot of things have come to light. Like internet has been so profound since you know.
We've gone 0 to 1,000.
Yeah, and,
very quickly.
And we see the trafficking. Now.
Yes.
We see it now. It's always been there though.
Yeah, it's always been there, exactly.
You know, but now
people didn't know about the wars that happened in the Middle East because they weren't involved.
Yeah, they weren't checking in.
They weren't checking in. They nowhere on the radio. There was no radios. Like nobody could even see or hear about it anywhere. Yeah. Now it's like you're just hearing everything 24/7.
Yeah, just to be like to put it on a really real note for me, it's like imagine if we didn't have like cell phones right now or internet, like we wouldn't know what the hell's going on in Gaza. And all that shit that's happening. Which breaks my heart, you know.
It's horrible, man. Horrible.
And so I just blanked there because I just
no for sure, bro, for sure. I want to touch on 2 quick things, and then I think that after that I want to see like if you have something on your mind.
Yeah, I'm open.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You have something specific you want to touch on?
No, I'm open.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Well, you know how it is for us, right? Like, we can talk about so many things. They all kind of interrelate in one way or another.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, for example, actually, I wanted to ask you because I just know you're one of the only guests that I've had that I could probably relate to on this. What did weed do for you? Cannabis.
Weed?
What did cannabis do for you?
Oh, so cannabis was a part of my entire life.
Since you were young, yeah? Yeah,
but I never smoked. I only started smoking when I was 20.
You had it around you, though, your environment.
Yeah. I started smoking after high school at 21.
Okay. Yeah.
But I was around it all the time.
Crazy, same as me, actually. I think 21. Right before the pandemic. Well, for me, it was right before the pandemic. I was 21.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, sorry, I'm just talking like time-wise.
Yeah. I was 21 a long time ago.
Yeah, no. I know we're not the same age, but yeah. Like, you're like, COVID was 4 years ago. Yeah.
But
I got you.
But yeah, so it was mainly because of love. To be honest, my second ex.
Bro, that's crazy.
We were talking about my second ex, pretty Brampton girl, worked at TD, drove a car, went to UMT and shit.
Yeah.
You know, she.
It became a vibe. It became part of the vibe.
She's the one who came with like weed and backwoods.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is that? Like, what's the backwoods? I never had that before.
Right. Like you knew the weed, but not the backwards part.
Yeah, but she rolled it up. And then she smoked it, and I smoked it with her for the first time, whatever. And I looked at her, I'm like, holy shit, like, you look like a princess, bro. Like, her fucking...
There's like rush of dopamine, just like...
Yeah, her jewels were sparkling, and like, she looked like purplish too, like she had purple aura or something.
Yeah.
Like, you look like a princess. And she starts laughing. And so it was like, from
association now.
Yeah, so from that, like, you know, I got deeper with that, I got deeper with her and whatnot, and then I started to do it with friends and stuff like that, like, different energies, different environments, pull out different energies, like, holy, it's crazy.
But what has weed done for you, like, on your own, though? Like, when you're on your own, and you're, like, reflecting, like, do you journal and shit? Do you meditate? Do you go... Yeah? I mean, I know you carry these around, but I have no idea what you have in here, right?
True.
So like, what kind of, like, internal... self doors has weed opened for you that before weed you hadn't really been aware about, and then like after you started smoking weed you became more aware about something about yourself or like about your life or just life in general or anything? I think, and I've heard from there's this guy named Bashar, he's a channeler, channels an entity, and he says, like, you know, there's frequencies. He said weed is like a frequency, just like anything else is, but he goes, if you smoke weed once, that's all you really need, because then you can get on that frequency again. You can tap into it. Exactly. It teaches you at least how it looks on the other side. Yeah. Right. There's a quote by Bob Marley. He says that weed herb reveals you to yourself. And for when I first started smoking, I was chilling and stuff, but then I experienced, like, you know, different things, like cops and then smoking in the hood and stuff, and I started to see different energies. Like, I started to see shadows when I was in the hood, like opposed to like illusions when I was with the girl, and like, cause, you know, so like
different energies was pulling out different things, and it's like, okay, weed for me was like Roger Rabbit, if that makes sense. Like things were becoming animated that weren't animated before, and it's like people's true colors were being shown. So I was starting to get certain pieces. I was like getting a little bit paranoid, or I thought it was like, because I'm like, okay, I'm seeing some dark shit. But then like I would take a break and then hop back on. And there was a part where I like, you like with weed, especially like before it started to be in like stores and stuff, you go through these weird things. Like you go through these bouts of like feeding for the weed too. Like when you first start smoking and you don't have it, you're like, yo, scraping change for like, yo, give me $5 for like a tin and stuff. Like these kinds of things, especially in the hood.
Yeah.
So weed had
back then you guys didn't even really know what was in the weed.
Exactly.
That you guys smoked.
But we still don't kind of know what's in.
Well, no, we still don't technically.
Yeah.
But like,
But like, so the weed, it was like an entity. It was like if you personify it.
Right.
It did different things at different times.
Absolutely.
It's like a magician, right?
Like no one time that you smoked was ever for the same reason.
No. And when I first started smoking, when I was into smoking and stuff, and when I first started, it's like I would write and like music, and I'm like, what the hell did I write? It's like a whole different side of me is coming out.
Facts.
But as you start adapting, right, and then you start growing with it, like for me, I use weed or marijuana or herb more spiritually now. Like I don't go outside and like, really, you guys want to roll up? Like this button? No, fuck that.
Yeah.
I use it because I'm like, okay, I respect spirit more now. So it's like, my life is super.
It brought you closer to God?
Yeah, my life is super spiritual. Like I wake up, or I rise up every morning, and I wake up not dead. So like, so I rise every morning and I pray. I give thanks for the day, and then I visualize my entire future. I visualize like the most awesome version of my future, right?
Yeah.
And who I'm with, I give, and then I start. Once I feel that's good.
Yeah.
Once I start to feel that future and I start smiling, then I step into it in my mind's eye. Like first it's like me looking at myself or like somebody looking at me. Then it's like it wraps around and I step into the stage. I step into the...
This is all like while you're already...
This is when I wake, right, rise.
But then like have you already smoked weed at this point?
No. But this is what I'm telling you.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Telling you guys the spiritual piece first and then we'll talk about the weed.
Hey, gotcha.
So,
okay. I'm just trying to follow,
So I do that visualization until I feel it, and I smile, I give thanks for what's gonna happen as if it happened. So I give thanks for my twin flame, my soulmate. I give thanks for deep love, a deep connection, emotional connection. I give thanks for children with healthy attachment styles, right? And being present with them and spending time and the capacity to spend my time freely as I'd like and still be abundant. These kinds of things. So I visualize these things, and then once I'm good, I give thanks for an amazing day, even if it's just started. Right? I go to the mirror, and I look at myself, and say, I love you, bro.
Yeah.
I say, I love you, and I start laughing at myself because I'm like, yo, shut the hell up. But I'm like, yo, I love you, bro.
I'm the same,
Because it's like, yo, because... I need it. I need it. There's a part of me deep down that needed it.
Didn't get that recognition earlier on, right? So you gotta give it to yourself.
Yeah, so I can keep up.
Absolutely, man.
And then
I think it's so healthy, bro. Everybody should do that.
Everybody, but it's facing yourself and what you think is cool or not, whatever.
Right.
So after that, I get myself ready. I don't eat until 12. Right.
Good.
So. I would basically, but I would probably smoke if I didn't do anything. I would probably smoke before 12, before eating, but that's not good either. So, So then I would do like this thing called lymph exercise. Right? If I don't exercise before, like do the punches, the squats, or whatever, do that kind of stuff. If I don't do that stuff, either one, I would do that, or I'll do the lymph. And the lymph exercise is like 5 minutes, and you do different things. Right? You drink some tea. You know.
Oh, you showed me this in Cuba as well. I remember.
Yeah.
There was something in the shower where you come down.
That was the head part of the face, right?
Yeah.
To make sure your face.
Which I've done that ever since you told me that, eh?
Yeah.
I swear to you, bro. Honest to God, you put me on that. Like in the shower, I would come down like this because I remember you told me that it exfoliates through the chin.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Oh,
that one specifically, yeah, I can get you some. That one specifically, but I remember you taught us a few things, like one that you were saying.
But this one I do for my whole body. It's 5 minutes and it's good. Right. It's good for the appendix, to clear the appendix, the lymph in the chest and the head and everything. And the body, the groin.
Nice.
Right, all these things. So I do that.
Bro, yeah.
I'm going to send you a video of it.
Please, yeah.
And then you could figure out the science behind it too.
Gotcha.
But I do that, and then I drink the tea again. But I also do this thing with cayenne, ginger, and turmeric, and some lemon. Yeah. Take a shot of that.
Shit.
When I wake up, and then
I love those, bro. Those are amazing.
Yeah, and then I go and pray.
Nice.
Again, and I do my own type of prayers, and then I go and live my day. So for me, like I said, based off of how I do that and my day like that a bit. Not so intense, but it's like before I smoke, I would get the weed, depending on where I get it from, wherever I get it from though. I put it on my table or whatever, and I'd pray over the weed.
Oh man, that's dope, bro. Yeah, because I like to know. It's crazy. I haven't had the chance to have this conversation with a lot of people who smoke weed.
Yeah.
And so it's one of those things where you start asking yourself, am I just telling myself things to justify my smoking?
Yeah.
Or is the reason that I use weed actually healthy? Because I think it is. Like I use weed when I'm about to start journaling. I use weed when I'm about to find out how I truly feel about certain scenarios, to process shit, right? Like
the only reason you feel bad about it, is because you were told.
Of course.
And that's what pisses me off about this world. It's the
rules around it, right?
But if you go to, Machu Picchu, or you go to different places where we are from, they don't
they've embraced
the
that
real
shit.
people know about this shit. Like you make tea with it when you're not well. You sip on it every now and then because it has the nutrients that you need to survive in life. It protects you from certain things that are coming out of the fucking blue, virus wise.
Like you're talking THC right now?
I'm talking about marijuana, CBD,
so all of it combined,
but where you're getting from, it makes the difference.
Right.
I do smoke the weed.
Fair enough, to be honest. I do gotta experiment more with different weed, brands, not brands, but different sources.
Sources, you gotta go, when you go on your trip and shit, go to people and collect with them, say, I need the roots, the natural things, because there's a weed in Toronto people don't even know exists.
A weed in a brand here?
Like a weed, it's not a brand, it's a type of weed.
Oh, yeah? Which one?
It's called cess.
Cess?
Yeah.
And what about it?
People don't smoke it, but Rastas smoke it.
Really?
Yeah.
Does it get you high though?
Yo, so remember frequencies, right?
Yeah.
So if I roll a cess spliff,
it
puts me on a different frequency.
Right.
But it feels way more connected to God.
Crazy.
Sorry, way more connected to God. Seriously.
So is it like CBD kind of? Because CBD kind of just enlightens you, but you're not high. You know what I mean?
So the weed that you get from the stores, usually it's you can get the weed as you want it, 20%, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So what they do is they mix it.
Right.
They go in, they mix it, they put the reverb more up on. Yeah. That's what they do with the weed, but the cess is just the solid as it is.
Crazy. I gotta look into that.
Yeah, I could get you some too, man.
Yeah,
for sure. The Rasta store. We'll go.
The Rasta store. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's get it.
I even learned about the grabba too. You know about grabba? You heard about grabba?
Yeah.
People, when grabba first came to Toronto, or I first heard about it, I got it from a Rasta too, and he gave me a big leaf. I thought that they were blunts. So I was rolling blunts.
That's a lot, no?
Yeah, and I smoke a lot too. So I was smoking these grabba blunts.
Holy shit, bro. I don't even do grabba like that, but I've tried it a couple times, and I know how strong it makes.
It's fucking strong, man.
Bro, it's fucking strong, bro.
So I'm smoking
a whole blunt, I can only imagine.
Smooth ass blunts, and I'm getting lit. And
holy shit.
Oh, this is so good. And then I go back and the next day or whatever.
The man's yo, finish it off.
Yo, rolling the next, because I finished my blunts at once. Mostly.
Yeah.
I don't put it out.
He's like, how you going through all this, bro? He's like, what the fuck?
But I have this. You
didn't get fucking heart rushing, bro?
I went through a lot of health shit.
Damn, bro. Yeah, I can imagine.
I don't know if it was specifically from that, but that exacerbated it.
Yeah.
But a lot of lung shit too. So, but
Yeah, I feel you don't.
But that there's such a beautiful vibe, but like that grabba apparently.
Yeah.
It has a like a medicinal spiritual view. It aligns with your DNA. It's good for your DNA. So it's like
it reinforces it or something.
Yeah, like it strengthens it,
Strengthens
it
it.
back. So
That's
it's like
crazy.
It's like and that's tobacco, right? So it's
Right.
like what you use and how you use it
How
makes
you
the
use it.
difference.
Absolutely.
Like
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
we're talking about how they use marijuana today. They kind of fuck up marijuana so we can get fucked up. But then there's marijuana in the world that isn't fucked up, and then we're not the effect of that. So like with the cess and the rastas, they're smoking all the time, but the cess more so, and their hair is growing strong and their strength like in their body at like 90 and 100.
Crazy.
And shit. So it's like but when you're there smoking the weed from the stores, you're smoking it. How are you gonna be in like 20 years with all the chemicals in your brain and fucking you up? So for me, it's this constant like cleaning. Oh, for you, since it's weed.
Yeah.
One of my favorite drinks to drink if my lungs are fucked with weed or smoking is I boil thyme and oregano.
Okay.
Or thyme mostly.
Sick.
I boil thyme for like 10, 15 minutes or whatever, and I drink that with some honey or whatever, or not.
Crazy.
Thyme is like one of the most most powerful antibacterials for your lungs.
Crazy. I'll keep that in mind, bro.
Yeah.
Nice.
Whenever you feel in that fucked up way.
Nice. Yeah, that's good to know.
Even with weed, I roll some lavender leaves in it too. I roll some.
No way.
Nettle, some Damiana. I roll some whatever. Because your weed doesn't just have to be weed. And that's the thing in Jamaican places. They're like, yo, it's a part of the herb
community. Yeah, it's like the whole part of. Yeah, that's so true, bro. Facts.
So it's not supposed to be just like.
So maybe that's the problem for me. I gotta just evolve, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I came in the rookie store stuff. Maybe I gotta get into the real shit that actually symbolizes the process of, like evolution as a human, because these herbs were put on here for a reason.
Yeah.
Right? Like there's a reason that they all have a specific effect, especially when you pick specific ones for certain things.
Yeah, and
that's not a coincidence.
No, and they heal.
Yeah.
Like ginger heals your belly.
Absolutely, man. I've heard of stories of people who go to like the same place that you're talking about, like South America and places, and like, like they come back literally like cancers healed, like crazy shit. And all they did was like smoke some herb and this and that, and I was like, what the hell? Like, there must be something there.
It's changing what we put in our body, and I think it's like your diet or you live it. Is it a diet? You dying from it, or you living from it? So live it.
Right.
So it's like with food that we eat. You don't have to eat so much food.
Right.
You can eat small portions of fucking powerful food, and you're good.
Facts.
But we're so ingrained with like.
Just consumerism.
Fucking stuff, and it's just like consumerism. Yeah, like
consumerism as a whole, between food, social media, attention, what you see,
the pornography,
all that shit.
All these things. So it's just like constantly fucking with your spirit,
right?
And holistically, so body, mind, and soul is a three-legged stool. If one's off kilter, the whole thing is. So you got to balance as best as you can. So with weed nowadays, it's like. I would smoke. I would roll out. I pray over it. I like cleanse the energy from whoever touched it or whatever this was made. It's kind of like praying over water. It changes the molecular structure of water. So most definitely. Then before I roll up and stuff, and I do my thing, I would pray, and I would give thanks for the spirit of the marijuana that lifts I into higher heights. I would give thanks for sanctify I and I would say that like sanctify me and. Thanks for spirit, and then may the infants be cared for, the sick nourished, the hungry fed, the naked clothed, and the aged protected. These kinds of things, because it's like a creed, and the way I look at like life for me, I've always admired like that magic of like stories, like a sword and a dragon and stuff like that, and
stories. Oh man,
yeah,
they shape the world, bro.
And it shapes who I am. Like, what did I like growing up? Like Thundercats and Ninja Turtles and shit. So it's like when I embark on a spliff journey, it's like a whole adventure. Sometimes you never know.
Bro. Absolutely, you never know where it's gonna take you. Yeah.
So I pray before I go out into this adventure.
Fair enough, bro.
You know what I mean? So
that's a good point.
And I prayed for direction. Like so, for creativity and for like where I want to go creatively. So then I'm constantly building
Your
synapses
business
there.
is conscious as well with it.
So if I'm smoking and not doing that, then whatever comes is what I'm gonna drift on. Right. So usually when I smoke, I'm doing music or something creative.
Right.
And
right.
and that's how I balance it now.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow, bro. Jeez. That's some good stuff to know, man. Especially like you definitely touched on a lot of shit that I got to keep in mind. Because that's the thing, like I said, man, it's like one of the biggest ways I think that we end up finding truth to things is just through conversation. Because even if you research things online, a lot of people when they go online, they'll respond based on a specific experience they went through.
Yeah.
And of course you can find the answers you're looking for, especially now. Like that's one of the beauties that the internet has allowed, where you can find all these conversations online. Listen to the right podcasts if you want, like go to the right places to find information. But these conversations, I feel like it's the best place to find real truth to answers.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the times it's not until the moment that you really truly get focused on the subject and the conversation.
Yeah. And
sharing that energy, that's where you now truly kind of can like navigate. Because like you have to kind of embark on it as a journey. This whole conversation, it's like we're like cruising on this canoe right now and we're both going at it together. Yeah. But it's like a lot of times we uncover things through these conversations based on something that has nothing to do necessarily with what the topic was even on. Yeah. But it's because of that frequency like we're talking about. Yeah. It's like, and the frequency you've brought has just been like illuminating, man, for real. So I appreciate you for that. So I guess this actually leads to kind of like my final question for the episode, bro, is where's Heart headed, man? Like, from what I can see, you guys have been around, like the organization, like your brand has been established now for almost 10 years. Yeah. I took that in because I was trying to go myself, going to the conversation a little prepared, and I noticed that it's been a while now. Yeah. And I've seen a lot of stuff that you built through it. Of course, it's very clear that you have multiple avenues in which that community that you built around there has contributed to different aspects of the work that you do. Yeah. But I guess my question is like, what's next for you, man? Like, what are you looking towards building this next year? Are you considering leaving Toronto? Like what's in the plans for you? It's like Freddie Mercury says, like any way the wind blows. Yeah. Like I don't know. I ask Creator, I say, may I be after your heart before my own. Right? All the time. Facts. Because I don't even know what I want sometimes. And for sure. So I think the universe has a better plan for me. So I don't know where I'm going to go. Are you thinking about leaving the city? I always think about living on a beach. And I think about like living in the woods. I think about a lot of hermiting types of lifestyles because as I grow, as I grow up, I find myself having less people in my life. For sure. And it's sad. I feel that too. Breaks my fucking heart because I'm so like emotional and empathetic, but it's like, or empathic, and it's just like, yo. Yeah. But they're not there for a reason. And it's not that you didn't want them there. Yeah. It's that the energy kind of just. The direction was. It just removed them from you. Yeah. You know what I mean? How are you gonna grow and be the best version of yourself and always feel sad around somebody? No, man. Yeah. It's bullshit. Sure. So like God's just like, no matter who it is. Yeah. You got to keep walking your path. So I don't know where the path is going to take me. Like, and I hope it takes me everywhere. Well, that's the thing. Like, how are you finding the balance, right? Because I'm sure a part of you is like, hell yeah, I'd be ready to get up and go right now. But then you also have all these things you're building, right? Yeah. This community you've built. Yeah. Like you have these things that these people you care for so deeply. Yeah. Where do you find that balance as a being, as a man, of like the whole taking care of yourself before you can take care of other people? To how far are you willing to go, right? Like I don't know where you're at, right? I'm trying to see because I know where I'm at based on like what I'm doing. Everybody knows at this point I got a camper van. I'm trying to leave, and we talked about it on social media. We talked about how the part of it is because we just don't feel like Toronto's home as not like just not the way that it used to be. Yeah. And we understand change is fine. We're not afraid of change. The problem is that we don't like the direction it's headed, and so you got to make a decision, right? You either sit and ride through the wave, or you get up and move, right? Like it's just very clear. And for us, we've made a very educational decision. I've done a lot of research on where our politics are headed, where our finance is headed, and of course, at the end of the day, there's always the art of whatever God's plan is.
Yeah.
Which, of course, I don't actually truly know what's going to happen. The decisions that we're making could be the worst thing possible,
Yeah.
or the best thing. But you know, how do you find that balance between like, where's the fine line that you draw, where it's like, I'm kind of waiting for this to happen and then I'll make a decision if like maybe Toronto's not my home anymore, or are you like, nah man, no matter what happens with Toronto, as long as I have these people, Toronto will always feel home. Or this community.
Okay. So for me,
so are you the environment guy or the willpower guy? Right?
Okay, so you're breaking it down like that. So
yeah. And where are you at right now in that balance?
That's tough.
It's a tough one, huh?
That's tough because it's like,
it's a tough one, bro. It took me a long time before I got to the point where I was like, yeah, I'm out of Toronto. It took me like a year to think about this.
I was talking to my mom the other day. I said, Mom, like, I miss those guys in the community. Like, there's a, half Colombian girl, Gigi, who lives beside me.
Okay.
And I knew her since she was like a baby.
Yeah.
And now she's like turning like 12 or 11 or some shit.
Crazy.
And like, I miss her so much because I grew up with her, and she's the artist, Scorpio next door, so she loved me, right? And I'm like, but I'm like, no, I have to carry on because they're in my heart. And my mom told me that too. She goes, Aaleem, you've done so much for them here. They will always remember you. You got to go on with what your life entails. And it's true. It's like, I may have like that attachment to things, but I like, regardless of how I feel or like that thing that I'm feeling, that notion, I'm always walking forward. Like I'm usually finding myself being the Clint Eastwood in this scenario. So, from Rexdale to, different parts of Toronto to like living on my own now. Like, I don't live with my mom and my brother since my dad died.
Okay.
That was in 2020. And it's just a whole different ball game of being a man, but also like being a man for the youth. Doing the project in Scarborough with the youth where we did the studio and stuff. It all came from my head, but it was just like, what do they need? Right. And how do I not let them down? So it's like, I think it's beautiful in the way that it's like Gandalf. Or it's like Merlin or one of those guys. It's like you come into my life, you show me the light, and you keep moving forward with your journey. And
gotcha.
With kids and especially with youth, it's like yo, you guys are the ones. You're the one. You're the Leos in this.
Yeah.
And I want to show you how to get out of the matrix. Through your own power, through like music, writing, arts. For me, that's how I get out of the matrix. And I want to instill this in you and give you that strength. And I gotta keep moving. So, no matter what I do or where I go, it's still the same heart.
Facts.
Right? And it comes out differently. If it's a musician, it comes out artistically. If it's somebody else on the street corner, it comes out empathetically. So heart itself, it's like guerrilla work. It's like, even the art that I do, it's like, I can do it anywhere in the world if I wanted to.
Facts.
So, but I've already established heart within the hearts of the people I connected with.
Exactly.
And it's not.
It's already its own thing.
Yeah, it's in the hearts of people. It's not like an established or institution. It's there.
It just is.
Yeah, and it's like that because it is like that. It's just organic. It's like,
organic.
I'm just me. This heart is because we need to get a grant. Aaleem RM as an artist is just because I need to fucking brand, but
to get people's attention.
But it's just me, like the same hard shit I'm singing about on the song is the same real shit I'm talking about in real life, and vice versa. And there's facets of the personality. So there's
facts.
There's love.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about love. I was segueing back, and I'm gonna do it right now.
Yeah.
So you said said love, and you asked me about love. I told you about my past loves, about the heartache. I told you about how that put me on a transmuted my life in a way. From the heartache, I became an artist, and I have so much love for them. I even told my ex before she got married, I said, I hated you for what you did, but I love you for what you've done, kind of thing. Like who I am today, I love me like way more than ever. And it's only because
it's part of you as well.
Yeah, it's only because you broke my heart so deeply and put me on a path to figure myself out. So for me, love. Like I did go celibate for years. Like I was celibate for almost 10 years. Like
shit. Good for you, bro.
From like it wasn't 27 I broke up with her. It was like 24 or 25.
Okay.
Because it was my friend died.
Yeah.
And then when I was like 33, I think.
Yeah.
34, I broke it.
Okay.
But I wasn't with women for that. I was loving myself, learning to love myself again. And now it's scary. Because I don't want to go back to something that I had, first of all, but I don't want to go back to something that made me feel like how I used to feel. And now I have the autonomy and the sovereignty to like, I'm the prize.
To just feel it. You don't need that attachment.
No, I'm the prize now.
Yeah.
Like, I love myself so much. I do what I love. I'm building it. People are liking it.
Right.
I must be worth something now, like to an extent.
Facts.
Like I always had this like unworthiness, unacceptedness, unwantedness kind of thing.
Yeah.
Opposite is my mantras. But it's like, yo, what do you got now, motherfucker? Like, what you got, motherfucker? Like, because before it was like, oh no, I got to do this for the girl, and she's so pretty, and she's so this, and now it's like, no, the boy is beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, the boy is beautiful, and it's more than, you know, this comes and goes, but this is so beautiful. So what do you have to offer me? Where are you aligned? So now it's scary because it's like there's a lot of succubuses out there just trying to succubuses trying to suck your dick. But then your energy's drained and their energy is empowered. So that's a whole different thing with sex too. It's like we talk about that energy and stuff. But like, so now it's like you got to be careful with your energy, with your spirit and soul, and give it to the right one. So I've been waiting. I've just been like I went on dates. I've done like, you know, stuff with women and stuff, but it never worked out in a way because it's like, oh no, that's a red flag. That doesn't fit me. That's control. No.
Yeah. Well, you're just quicker with it, right?
Quicker now.
Yeah.
But I still have a really hard time talking to girls. Personally.
You struggle?
Yeah, I'm shy, bro. Like, yeah.
Like, what about it gets you shy though?
Just like the approach or like that rejection thing. I think it's because like I was abused by women when I was a kid. Okay. And there's a lot of narrative that comes in between that. Like, am I for women? That's one thing. When as a kid, like you're younger, like, am I supposed to be with a woman because they've hurt me or whatever it is? Weird things you think. But also like that rejection from a woman and being accepted, like
it's overwhelming for sure.
Yeah. But being abused, it's like doubly or like triply, and it's like,
of course,
like I've shaken trying to talk to
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, because of that. That's so powerful. But no, it's not. Because I'm loving myself more and I'm like accepting who I am and just even the shit I've been through. I don't find it that difficult, but I don't do it as much because I'm still a little scared. But I do like.
But you worry less about the outcome.
Yeah, like
because
if I talk to
you're
girls,
happy with yourself anyway.
Yeah, if I talk to women, sorry, not girls.
Yeah.
I'm older. If I talk to women now, it's so weird to say because it's like double syllables. But it's like more. I don't want anything from you. Like I gotta let that go. That feeling of like yo, like I gotta let that go and just like get to know you as a person. Because I've had the yo, and it wasn't good as a person, and it didn't fill me. But you know, it's who you are in your heart, and that shit's gonna sustain the love that I'm looking for. So that's the love from
That's some crazy shit, bro. That's real. That's real shit, man. I appreciate everything, all the time you've taken, bro. Because you know, a lot of conversations, I find that, especially in the city we're living in right now, living in a big city is tough because you get a lot of everything, you know? And I feel like it's a constant stimulation role of one stimulation to the next stimulation to the next stimulation. And there's no time, at least that's how people feel in a city. They feel they don't have time to have these kind of conversations, you know? And that's one of the core reasons why I started this podcast. And I used to have another one that was called the Elephant in the Room podcast. Yeah, that's how it started. But it was very niche, like very niche to like trauma and like insecurities and the deep hole that we all can get stuck in, which of course it's niche, but it's not because everybody goes through it.
Yeah.
But it's niche in the sense that I wanted to talk about also a lot about different day-to-day topics.
Yeah.
Like some guests might come on here and the whole episode is just around the law, like legal matters, but specifically to Toronto.
Yeah.
And of course, like sometimes can get personal in between, because I always try to combine. For me, there's no such thing as a business or pleasure. It's always combined.
Yeah.
Because in one way or another, even if you're doing something for business purposes, it always comes back to a personal root.
Yeah.
So in one way or another, that's kind of why now it's the Real Opinion podcast, because it's just your opinion, your truth.
Yeah.
Share what that is. I'm not someone to say it's true or not. Nobody is. And as the host, that's kind of what I hope to do for everybody, is to kind of navigate into the conversation, to know that this is Aleem's truth. Nobody out there holds any right or they can share their opinion. Yeah. We always encourage that. But it's like the real opinion, as in like you're coming out straight raw, just like this is who I am. Yeah. This is what I stand for, bro. And so far, like I super appreciate everything you stand for, bro, because you came on this podcast and you're proving right that at the end of the day, resilience is the key.
Yeah.
That at the end of the day, no matter what you've been through, you know, and you shared a lot of stories today, man, for real. And I really appreciate it, because I know who you are. I got to know you a little bit back then, you know. I got to know you a little bit over time. We stayed talking. We talked a little bit over Instagram after Cuba as well.
Yeah.
And like, it shines a light, like you said, like some Gandalf type shit, where it shines a light to me to remember and know that there are people out there that resemble the kind and the right side of life. That's what I consider the right side of life personally.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're talking about things that, it's like, listen, it's like the opposite effect. Everything you think that is bad, there always is a good, because one can't exist without the other. Yeah. It's just natural. You have to have both ends. So the heartbreaks you go through, the physical pain, the traumas, the accidents you've been through, they've all taught you that in one way or another, it's actually in one sense a good thing, because it has led to building exactly who you are today. And I think that that's like the mark that, especially you realize that romantically you can never find that. It was always the own self-righteousness of knowing, nah, man, I'm proud of who I am because I just am. And that's the truth to it. Like, there's no other alternative. A lot of people get stuck on making this decision or this one, not realizing you just have to pick, because in the end, no matter what you pick, you can never go back in time. So in the end, you're never going to know how the other one would have turned out. Mm-hmm. No matter how hard you try to visualize it, right? At the end of the day, I do believe, like you, that you create your own reality, and that's the only thing to focus on, because in the end, it's all up to the creator, right?
You.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. We're a manifestation of our creator.
Yeah.
To now go and create our own.
Yeah.
Right? And then like that's where the conversation goes into like AI now, because AI is our creation, but it's very curious to see where the whole world around that is going to go. And spiritually, I wonder how it's going to combine, because it's one and the same. Yeah. The devil's going to sneak in through the AI in one way or another. Same way, we're also going to see heaven through AI. AI is going to do a lot of good things for the world.
Yeah.
So that's the question. It's like, you know, is the world headed in a place where things are looking worse, or in a sense it's actually looking better, right? Because what they say, I don't know who told me this, but someone once said, it's like, for things to get better, they first have to get worse. Yeah. That's just the reality. Yeah. Right? I think of Venezuela, right? Like, for my country, my home country, we're going through so much shit right now, in the sense of feeling like we have our hands in shackles. Yeah. Because no matter how much we try, like, this guy won't want to leave. Like, our situation doesn't change, no matter how much, what different approach we take. So at what moment do you kind of realize, you know, shit, like, this is just what it is, and I gotta just accept it, you know? And again, man, you really resemble that. You resemble that. You find joy and peace in just enjoying the process, walking away into the sunset, and just knowing you did your best, knowing what you learned from it, and now you can do moving forward is just observe, navigate around situations that you don't want to be a part of, but always love every single moment you go through, because in one way or another, it's part of your story, and it's never going to change, right? So that's crazy, bro. Like, I thank you, like, from the bottom of my heart, for real, bro, because you're one of the only guys that I've spoken to that really, you see, bro, I got it now. It's like, yeah, I'm in it. That really resembles that, man. And like, you anyway, I know I'm just going in circles now, but it's like real shit, bro. So is there anything you wanted to touch on specifically that we haven't talked about today? Like something.
I did write some stuff down.
Yeah, please, bro. I know you brought these. I don't know if there was something on it or you just kind of carry them. I'm the same. I carry this little notebook with me everywhere I go, just in case I want to take notes down or something. You know.
As a writer, I use
shit comes to you, eh?
Yeah, and
I
I realized like, don't care what people say. Polite, book and write, and wherever you got to do. You're not trying to be Eminem from 8 Mile.
Right.
That's just a depiction of your reality, you know? It's just like this constant like societal thing to do to people to kind of shift them away from who they are and what they just normally do.
Yeah.
And kind of pinpoint and go, well, that's weird.
Right.
Or that's like off. It's like we grew up in this like very judgy economy. And it's like,
yeah, we did, yeah.
Why do you think people and kids are like shy about who they want to be and who they are and stuff? And then why do you think there's so much violence? Because people are being suppressed, compressed, and then bomb.
Right.
You know?
Then they explode, yeah. And everybody questions why.
So I had questions for you.
Yeah, bro.
I did want to say, like, you know, very interested in how you became so confident, like a mentor.
Okay.
And was it something spiritual that happened to you?
So how I became so confident?
Yeah, like, because you're very different than a lot of guys as well, especially your age.
Thanks, man.
Like, you're focused, you're driven, you're like I don't know, like I was gonna say like an adult, which is so. It's like
I know what you mean. Yeah.
I'm 38,
yeah.
turning 39, and I still don't feel like an adult, bro. Like I'm doing a lot of things I have to do, but I don't feel.
Right.
Like what is that? Like what is that?
Yeah.
So I still feel very much like a kid in my heart, or like a very young person in my heart.
Okay.
But that's not how I present. So like that was a question I was like wondering like where did that come from for you? Was it like from your father, your mom, or?
No, that's a great question, bro. I mean, I can't lie to you. I'm a product of the fake it till you make it.
Okay.
Yeah, for me, you know, I growing up, I lacked a lot of confidence for sure. Insecurity was deep for me. Like anytime I'd see people around me laughing, I would always assume it was about me.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
That's weird, yeah.
Yeah, man. Like even just in the street, I'm just walking, 2 people in front of me just start giggling. My mind would always just go towards, oh, like did they see something on me that was funny, or like it's just crazy how insecure I was in that sense. And so over time, I realized that there was a lot of ways to gain confidence artificially, in a sense of the art of perception, right? And it wasn't actually, I mean, there's two things actually, because we were saying it's like where did it come from on a personal matter. There was obviously responsibility. You know, my mom, unfortunately, married twice, divorced twice. So through that journey, my little sister was born, which I'm 12 years older. So different dads. And so responsibility of, you know, having a dependent on you forces you to adult very quickly, right? Like that's one thing that kind of made me, I gained confidence and independence through that. Yeah. But then the other side of my confidence, which is kind of the way I carried myself, came actually when I started kind of doing things more career oriented, but I threw myself in pits that I knew was going to be very painful, but I knew was going to shape exactly the character that you're speaking of. Okay. Like, for example, you know, if you look at my volunteer listing, there's a lot, bro. Like, I have pages on my experience of just volunteer work. Nice, A lot of it in sports, some of it in music, some of it in just, like, random things that I knew I didn't necessarily want to do because of the fact that it also wasn't making you money. Because, you know, the first thing that we all think about is money, just at first in terms of survival and living life, right? Yeah. But I knew that these are going to be lessons that would teach me things that money can never. Right? And so a lot of hardships that came with it that kind of over time manifested into, okay, like you said, it's the opposite. It's like, okay, what was so horrible about it? And this is why it's amazing, you know? Yeah. And then I think it wasn't until maybe like nightclub promoting as a business took me to such a level of like, you ain't shit. You gotta work for everything you got. Yeah, man. Because nightlife in Toronto, it's a different level, man. I haven't done it in different cities, but I can already imagine it's a high level of like craziness, bro. And I went through it, so I know. But you know, the kind of people when you gotta talk to club owners, to bouncers, to other promoters, to the people, the guests that come around, people who have money, right? Entrepreneurs, like. You know, all these men, and sorry, the biggest thing I should mention is my mom got divorced, like I said, and so my father wasn't really around. So I was that kid who was a little more feminine growing up in terms of the whole balance between masculinity and femininity.
Sure.
I was more feminine as a guy, and so nightlife taught me very quickly how to be a fucking asshole of a dude, which eventually, you know, again, it's like you go from one extreme to the other.
Yeah.
But then I've found my middle ground now, which is a combination of the two of like, you kind of have to know how to be, Jordan Peterson says it the best, where it's like, a man needs to know how to do very dark, bad things.
Yeah, he needs to be dangerous.
But he needs to be dangerous.
Yeah.
But that same man with that same confidence and willpower understands that he should never use those things unless absolutely necessary.
Yeah.
Right? And that's where you find the balance between being the masculinity and femininity, because it's compassion and kindness, which is the more of a woman trait, and then being the upfront asshole in a sense of a dude. That's just how I was perceived, should I say. And then finding that middle ground. And so it was a lot of fake it till you make it, because I found it through fashion. I found it through the conversations I would have. I would present myself a certain way in these clubs. I'd show up, like all like kind of like this. In my head, I'm just this little kid. But I realized perception is key, right? If I just kind of present myself confident, eventually I'll learn to actually play the role, like to actually feel the role, not just play it.
Fair enough.
I had to kind of father myself in a sense. And so but the only thing is that instead of conversations that you have with your father, I put myself in situations in which maybe, I guess in one way or another, other men shaped my outcome, and it just kind of very quickly taught me. But I realized the same thing. It's funny how you mentioned my age, Raj, because I really thought to myself, I was like, if I just go through fucking hell in my 20s, the rest of my life is going to be a breeze. That's literally the way I thought it, bro.
That's heavy, yeah.
And I can't lie to you, I'm 27 now, turning 28 on Monday, by the way, in 2 days.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. In 2 days, I'm turning my birthday. I know, it's so crazy timing. But now, about to turn 28, bro, I can definitely vouch that as much as it was very hard with the situations that I put myself in, willingly almost, I know it sounds almost like self-sabotaging. On the contrary, it was actually more from a place of growth. I knew that they would shape me, and so yeah, a lot of it was spiritual. A lot of it, I've had my moments. Weed did that for me. Weed kind of opened my mind to a side that allowed me to kind of navigate what the kind of a man do I even want to be. Forget what I see in social media and in movies. What kind of man do I really want to be? And weed just kind of opened that door. And then I on my own kind of walked through it and started messing around in there, right? So that was something that cannabis did for me. And yeah, man, to answer your question, like, that's pretty much it. Like, I just kind of slowly took it one day at a time and just started paying attention. I think observation is key. When you observe the world, you learn everything you need to learn. Everything. You just have to be intentional about it and really just know what you're getting yourself into and understand the outcomes potentially. You weigh out the pros and cons. And then that's just what it is, bro. And then today, if someone were to ask me, like the question I asked you of who am I? My answer would just be like, I just am, because like, it's like, and it sounds like obviously it sounds like an easy way out of the question in a sense, but it's just like the honest truth. That's how I feel, at least, because I can't even say where half of who I am came from. I'm a collection of everything in my environment, because I've observed everything. Exactly. So I can't even pinpoint areas where I exactly found confidence, where I found self-esteem, the drive, the focus. And yeah, man, but that's a great question though, for sure. And I think there was a second part of the question. I forgot what it was.
No, I think, sure.
Oh, that was it, right?
It was about being confident, like presenting yourself like as a mentor, something.
As a mentor, that was what you said.
Spiritual,
So it was more practical than spiritual though. Like, it was more about life. Life happened. I had a little sister, life. I moved out from young. 19, not super young, but yeah, man. So that was to answer that part of the question. Spirituality came after.
I wrote this down. I'll say it to you. I love that.
No, it's just sick that you have, bro. I'm so excited. I never get questions.
Okay.
That's lit.
I love that you found love.
You love that I fell in love?
I love that you found love.
Oh, thanks, bro.
Yeah, this is what I wrote.
Okay.
So do you think it's a chemical? And how does it maintain longevity, in your opinion?
Shit, that's a great question, man. I definitely think to some degree, I've already said it a lot in this episode even, dopamine, man. Dopamine is a very tricky chemical, hormone in our body. I definitely think love can be heavily misperceived for dopamine and stimulation. A lot of people say they love something, but then it's like, like they love their work or career, but then when they require some initiative, they hate it now. right? It's like, for example, right?
Yeah.
It's like, you know, so I think love, you know, like, it's tough. I'll be honest with you, because especially with Patricia, you know, not to kind of speak on her behalf on the subject, but I'm actually her first long-term relationship. Like, I'm the first boyfriend she's had for, like, because now we've been together just over a year.
Yeah.
She's never had a boyfriend for longer than 6 months ever, if not even less than that.
Oh.
Because she was a footballer, right?
Yeah.
She was more focused on football. She was being professional all over the world. Well, she's played in South America, Europe. She's played everywhere.
Yeah.
So she was just so focused on that she never. But because of that, she became so self-aware to a level that most women, in my opinion, that I've met, at least, are nowhere near. Just because of the fact that she was alone of thought. So she started journaling a lot. She started doing a lot of reflecting. She's read both the Bible and the Quran because she just wanted to understand different levels of perspective. Like, she's so advanced in that level and that type of shit, man, that, like, she's been able to understand love and a relationship to a point that I think most people who would be amateurs would not. She's understood it, you know. She's lost. Like, people in her family have passed. You know, she knows what love feels like in itself. And so, whereas for me, I'm like you, where I've had 2 relationships, both 3 years long, not 5, but they were 3. And by 3, you kind of have a good idea of what relationships are like.
It was coupling around 3.
Oh, yeah. By 3, it was already a whole different mess compared to year 1.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, actually, year 1, actually, like the honeymoon phase, a lot of it, unfortunately, the reality is it's mostly chemical-based stimulation. A lot of, like,
that first,
you know, a lot of the physical affection, you know, for some relationships, you start having sex a lot.
I'm trying to stop smoking, but while I was speaking, I just seen like a blunt pass my eye. Like, it just flashed in my face. And I'm like, oh man.
Trust me, I know, bro. I know it is. It's tough. I can't get out of it. It's just like,
It's weird.
yeah,
it's
man.
Weird.
I think it's just a time of the world right now, bro. I think when you're overly aware of what's happening in the world in a very sensitive time as it is, I think we just need more coping mechanisms in general. I don't think like one is enough, because I do breath work, I do meditation, I go on runs, on bike rides.
Yeah.
And then I still need weed, right? And it's like, not because I need it, but because it's just like, that's the one thing that just seems to make everything else make sense. It's like, I know that I could be sober and I could achieve my highest potential, right? All that crap.
Yeah.
And I understand all that, but it's like, I think to a certain degree, a lot of people get too focused on the sprinting race, not realizing it's actually a marathon.
Yeah.
And in the marathon, you know, you got your little pouch, you got some waters.
Yeah.
You know, you go prepared. Where in a sprint, you're just like light, you're just sprinting.
Yeah.
So I think life is, you know, live it how you want. But for me, at least, cannabis has been like that pouch. Where it's like, if I just need something, oh, it's right here. Let me just kind of, you know, drink some water or whatever.
True.
And it's like, cannabis has been for me, like, yeah, like just that kind of like that little bit of extra like toolbox.
Yeah.
If I ever just, something just seems to not make sense, I can't figure it out, I'll spend some time on it, whatever, cool. Smoke a little bit of weed, boom, right away I know what's going on. I know where my mind's at. I know how I feel about something or someone. Like all these things that I know I can do through meditation, and that's where I can admit it's a bit of like a shortcut type of thing, right? Because through meditation you can figure out the same thing.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, I don't know, man. I think it's just a time and place. I think it's just a time of the world right now. My mind is in a place where maybe that's where you can relate. It's just like, I don't feel like it's the right time to let it go. There's something weird about it.
I feel myself becoming like it's not enough.
That could be dangerous too, though, no?
Yeah, well, I have a compulsive, you know, energy, but I never really got it. I never got into hard drugs or anything like that.
Gotcha.
But I'm surprised that I didn't. You know, because of all the shit I've been through.
Fair.
But I'm grateful that I didn't. Like, I have that resiliency. So with weed, it's like, fuck. I'm smoking these blunts. I think mainly it's the backwards, but I'm smoking these blunts, and I'm like doing music and shit, but then I find myself smoking so much because I'm doing music all the time.
Yeah.
And but for me, it's like,
so do you think it's just like habits, just lifestyle?
Maybe weed's like a woman too.
Yeah. You're like, do you really need her? You know?
No,
she's just there.
Weed is like a woman, and I'm a very sensual dude.
Fair enough, bro.
You know, so like,
I definitely understand what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, like yesterday, telling you this camera, it might be off taboo, but I don't give a fuck. I'm 38. So like, I was smoking my spliff, and I have my favorite artist, right? Yeah. She's not a rapper or nothing. Her name's Melody Gardot.
Okay.
And her music is just like This lady came back from death and started making music, and she travels like the Europe circuit and shit. It's like beautiful fucking like violins, cellos, her voice, everything. And I was sitting there yesterday, I was smoking, and then like I just kissed my blunt. Not like kissed it up, like, but like as if it was lips.
Yeah.
As if like, dude, I don't know what the fuck, cause like I told you, like I'm very. Like
the blunt just hit nice this time, bro.
No, I'm like I like that. Like I like that sultriness of life. I love that sensuality of love. I like life.
Like you like to really feel things. Yeah.
Yeah, like with women, that's why it's so hard for me too. Because I've experienced women since I was like 7 years old, and like my whole life, it's just like admiring the beauty of a woman. Like I draw like women's faces all the time.
Okay.
You know? But when I'm with somebody, it's like a whole different thing.
Yeah.
And it's like hours of just being with them in some distant various ways. It's just so beautiful. I was smoking the spliff, and then I went like this, and I was like I went on the spliff like this, and I pulled it. I'm like, that's like a lady's lips.
Nice.
But again, it's like, what's going on? Like, leave.
I've had a couple blunts that felt like that for sure.
You gotta get a woman, because this is out of control, sucking on bullets like it's a lip. But it was so.
Yeah.
There's something that happens when you kiss a woman.
For
like
sure.
For like one of the first times too.
Yeah.
And it's slow, and it doesn't have to be super fast. And it's like the breath could kind of get taken away.
Yeah.
And like the lips kind of like kind of just like grab the other lip, and it just like sucks off.
Yeah.
That was, you know what I'm talking about. That's what happened with the blunt, and I'm like, yo, that's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy. But yeah.
I love it, bro.
So all these things intertwine.
Yeah. No, I love it, bro. Thank you for sharing that. That's so true though. I mean, I've had a couple blunts that I was like, fuck, if these were lips right now, I'd be kissing that shit.
I mean, I like what I say when I say like I look forward to Twin Flame, my soulmate, because like I look forward to deep connection with somebody, like deep emotional connection.
Yeah.
But before that, I gotta become that for me.
Facts.
Right?
Facts.
I gotta magnetize that to me, but I have to be up here to magnetize it. So like, you know, we're one of the hardest things for me is I'm really hard on myself. Even if like I'm not all that perfect, I'm still hard on myself. So like when it comes to women, when it comes to like clothing or shows or whatever it is, music and stuff. But that being hard on myself like inhibits me from experiencing or just being in the moment.
Facts. For
Right?
sure.
Yeah, we're talking about you know, like spirituality, confidence, you know, resiliency and stuff like that. It's like I'm resilient because I'm probably like really hard on myself, or really hard on myself because I'm resilient. It's like, you know, I'd be in a program or something, and somebody be like, you know, like why are you policing yourself so much? Like why you have full permission to be you, just do your thing. And I'm consciously checking in. Should I be doing this? Blah blah blah. Is it okay? Blah blah blah. It's like no.
You're like overly mindful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but for myself too, if I do something and it's good, but I know I fucked up, I'm really hard on myself about it. So like with weed too, if I smoke too much, I get down on myself about it.
Yeah.
Even if I need it.
Same.
Or like I'm using it for a proper thing. But the more I learn about spirit, is the more I'm starting to drift away from these things as something I need as advice. Like
facts. Like
in indigenous cultures, my therapist told me this. She said, you know, there's a lane for marijuana in indigenous cultures, and she said it's the stealer of dreams. And I was like,
I can see that.
I was like, fuck.
I can see
and
that.
I knew that was real, right?
Yeah.
I felt that, and I'm like, okay. She told me more. She said, okay, like there in indigenous cultures there's the red road, and the red road is like we're all here for each other, and we all do have gifts to uphold and support each other. But then there's like the blue road, where it's not like that. It's like it's more selfish, so she breaks it down like if you smoke weed, right? Sooner or later you have a time during the day to smoke weed, and like then if things kind of interrupt that or get in the way of that, it starts to piss you off because you have your we time and you need stuff to do.
It's true.
So then your whole day and your days revolve around your we times.
Yes.
And you try to manage around that.
Yes.
So it's like, isn't that like
slavery, a type of slavery?
Yeah, it's like a misuse of your energy. Your energy is not full within the realm of the cyclical, like fucking realms of life. But it's like you like stopping everything of the day, anything that's manifested, just so you can hold a split. And and alcoholics do it. You know, alcohol is their fucking life, and everybody in their life knows that they're alcoholics, and like it affects them. So it's like these substances, these things that get in our way, whether it's like sex, drugs, whatever, how they abuse our longevity, our life, our timeline, our mission on this planet. And that bothers me, that piece. It's like, okay, music is a mission, it's not a competition. I'm here to be better than who I was yesterday and to share and give what I got to share and give, because if it's in the seat, it's in the room. If I've been through some shit, there's a kid or somebody, an adult in the room who's probably been through the same shit, and by me speaking about it in some way, they can feel the energy to speak about it and overcome their own shit. That's how it always is with everybody. So I'm consciously thinking about being the best I can be, and what does that look like? Am I smoking blunts when I'm traveling the world doing music? Or am I not? And it's like, I gotta gravitate towards that, but I gotta let go of what's stopping me from getting towards there. So I think about these things a lot, like what am I doing that's fucking my life up? And is it fucking my life up because it is, or is it because I'm thinking it is?
Because I want to force, like, I'm trying to justify the fact that I just assume that it's doing bad for me because
of what the world says,
because of the people's standards or my own standards. I think I'm supposed to already be a billionaire or something.
My beliefs.
So maybe that's unrealistic. Maybe I got to talk about that first before the weed, right? It's like absolutely, bro, absolutely.
Yes,
it's centered the cycle. It's the cycle of like constant pressure of like the way you talk to yourself. You beat yourself up about it, but then it's like a couple days go by. Now you're like, okay, well, I guess a little bit of weed can hurt, and then you smoke again, and then you beat yourself up again because you smoked again, and you're like, well, fuck, we're like, which one is it, bro? Like, which one, you know, like, are we okay about it or are we not okay about it, you know?
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. Did you have another question for me?
I
don't know if you have any more.
It was the last question was 4, but the last question was about music.
Music?
Because I know you read it, but it said, like I said, I'll ask you.
Yeah,
it says, in music, what are some tips you could share about the mixing psychology? Like what makes people respond in a song? I could share what I've learned. And the last thing was, it's like, let's talk about energy and how to protect it.
Oh shit. Okay, these are good. Okay, I'm gonna try to be as swift as possible just because we're at 2:40.
Well, you can always chop things.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But I actually want to keep as much as possible. That's why, and I just like, we're good. I'm just trying to, trying to be like, think of how am I gonna. So the first question was like, what advice can I give in music, like in terms of the mixing? You said?
No, like in terms of psychology of like a music, a mix, of putting it out. Like I've learned really cool. I love I love those tips and tricks where you could just kind of like know that and you can figure something out real quick. So,
yeah.
So this is quickly what I've learned about the psychology of music. First, I think Lil Wayne has a fucking master's in psychology. That's one thing that's crazy.
For sure.
2 is like, write a song with 50 words or 40 words or less. Because people in the world can't fucking understand so many English words.
That's a good one, yeah.
Yeah, so like...
there's a reason the pop songs that go viral are always the ones that have like the least lyrics. Least, non-repetitive lyrics.
Yeah, and then you'll hear something like la 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 or some shit.
Something simple and basic for the chorus.
Yeah,
it's true.
You know, there's what's his name? Tom Cairns, like fucking 10 things for a hit list, a hit song.
Okay.
I take that in. It's really interesting too. It's like about like make sure the first like word or something is catchy, the first line. You know, make sure there's like things that people kind of are familiar with, like so Katy Perry, hot and cold, yes and no. You know, like that juxtaposition of like tonality, but also people are familiar with those phrases. Yeah. So like use it subtly, use it like succinctly, and use it beautifully. Repetition is key.
Absolutely.
You know, don't bore us, get to the chorus, like these things. Do you have any that I haven't said that you find interesting?
I mean, bro, I can't lie to you. I'm the person in the room. Like whenever I was working in like with other artists and stuff. Because for anybody who doesn't know, I used to own a recording studio, and so I would act as an A&R for some projects, or I would sit in sessions and creative director role wise. I would be like, oh, for this part of the song, whenever you do a photo shoot, you could be holding this thing or something. That would be where I come in.
Oh yeah.
So naturally for me though, between everybody in the room, because sometimes it could be like 10 people in a studio room.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm the storyteller guy.
Okay.
I'm like, what's the story you want to tell through your song? And do the words match that? Not in the sense of how it sounds, in the sense of how it feels.
Yeah.
Basically what you're saying, because you're going into like specific metrics to like keep in mind for like practically speaking, when you're actually writing, start with the word that sounds more like this. Like that's very important. But I guess I'm the guy of like, let's close our eyes now and let me just hear the song. You want me to feel sad? Okay, am I feeling sad? But also why though? Is it because something is happening to you? Is it because of like a scenario? Like what is the picture you're trying to paint?
Yeah.
And the more visually clear the picture is, the better.
Yeah.
Not, again, this would be the mindset I would be in because I'm the one who takes the song now and tries to make a video or a photo shoot happen.
Yeah,
so naturally, I mean, a producer in the music world, and then like again more of like an art director in like in the visual world. Like I would make the mood boards, I would pick the clothes you're gonna wear, make sure the colors align.
Yeah, you're like curating shit.
The curator, exactly, the curator in that sense. And so my mind is always about like, what's the story you're telling, and do people at home give a shit? Like, is the story relatable? Is the story engaging? Is the story, for me, bro, like one of my best examples is The Weeknd, man. I think The Weeknd has done an insanely good amount of work in terms of storytelling.
Yeah.
Every song he ever sung, every video you ever watched, and of course he had a team and he had other people help him, and it's not.
Yeah.
But Abel himself, man, his mind, like he's talked a little bit on this of like how he went about his storytelling, and he would pick very particular moments in situations. It's like, it's not this situation, it's like this moment within the situation. He would take that and expand that into a whole song.
Yeah.
Right? And so, yeah, man, I think that's the biggest thing for me. It's like, is there a start, a middle, and an end? Or, and again, this is very particular to the kind of music. I worked a lot in R&B. So naturally, in speaking in R&B, you feel a lot of that start, finish, and end. The story starts here, then it goes here, then it finishes like this, right?
Yeah.
And so, but most songs obviously have that kind of environment, but you know how it is, man. You can improvise and make music sound so different, where it's just like all one thing or whatever, and it could be just as impactful. Yeah. But that would be the thing for me, man. It's like, just focus a lot on the story. I think if you can get the story as clear as possible, and then address the feeling. It's less about what you're saying and more about the feeling that's coming out of it, in a sense. And that's where obviously the sound comes in. But I'm not, I'm not a lyricist, so I couldn't really give advice specifically on lyrics. That's why I'm focusing more on the story side, because that's where my strength is.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I know exactly who you are in a studio. Yeah, and for me, you're a producer. You're just not like making beats, but you're you're like, I'm
actually decent at making beats, which is funny you say that. Yeah,
that's dope. I did hear you make a beat once.
Oh shit, I did post it on my story. I mean, I was fucking around for that one, but it was decent though. It's funny.
But you're more like what you were just saying specifically is more like of the like the producer of the emotion, the producer in a different way, and it's like a Rick Rubin. I like doing that stuff.
Exactly like that. Yeah,
I like doing that stuff because with the kids and stuff,
you do it as well. I can tell.
Close your eyes, tell me what the story is.
Exactly.
Draw out the image. I really appreciate that because these are underlooked or overlooked pieces of a great song.
Absolutely. And sometimes it helps you vice versa, right? If you can even think of the story first, the lyrics will come to you after. Yeah. Before you write the lyrics and then paint the picture, right? And that's what I think a lot of artists forget, is that the approach doesn't really matter. You can actually alternate in so many different ways.
That's where I thrive.
Right.
Because I'm creative, right? Brainstorming. Yeah. So I do different things to create songs.
And everybody has such a different way of going about shit, man. It's actually beautiful how many different artists go about their process differently, And
you should have a plethora of ways to go about it. Because what if you don't have access to one way, right? Like like especially going through music classes and shit. I would I listen to songs. And I just say whatever comes to my mind, and then I go back and articulate it, or I go and listen to something, or I write to it, or I write something and drop something to it.
Right.
Or I see a movie and write. Like I wrote a song It was so sick. It's really good. It's a really good song.
Yeah, nice.
And it's about like I think the lyrics are like, "Don't cry when the water runs dry, when you thought the well would always be there for you," or something like that.
Oh shit, that's deep, bro.
Yeah, it's like, "Don't cry when love." Yeah, sorry. It's like
No. I get that though. That's a crazy line.
But you know where I got that from?
Yeah, where?
It's like I was watching Harry Potter and I seen fucking Ron, he's checking Hermione for so long and she's not checking him, and then he wins like the Quidditch Cup, and then some other girl starts to kiss on him, and she starts to cry, and then she dips with Harry, and then he's like, "What's going on?" And then she tries to kill him with the birds. Remember? Like
I remember that.
So I was like, in my head, I was like, "Yo, what are you crying for, yo?" Like I just said out loud, like, "Why are you crying?"
And the line just came to you, eh?
And I just started right at pause. Like, don't cry when the well runs dry.
That's what I'm saying.
Ron will always be there. Now he's up with his next chick. Yeah. So it's just how shit works.
Facts.
But
and that's another crazy point, bro. It's like I think for a lot of writers and stuff out there, if you find a blockage, that's actually a sign sometimes to step away from your creative environment and go into another creative environment, because then you get inspiration now to an extent, which is basically what you're saying. Because obviously you don't want to interrupt the process, right? You want to stay in your kind of bubble, but stepping away even to watch a movie, right? A movie alone might just trigger so many ideas, bro. It's crazy.
But Lauren Hill said the same thing.
Yeah,
she wrote her first the Miseducation on toilet paper. You know that in the washroom, she wrote Miseducation on toilet paper.
That's crazy.
But then when they wanted her to make another Miseducation, right, later on, like
she's like, it doesn't work that way.
No, she goes, "Yo, dude,
I
didn't live enough life otherwise to give you another Miseducation." She goes, "That was a combination of experiences, and it makes me think about longevity versus popularity. It makes me think about the music I'm putting out. And that's what I'm saying. The more older I get, it's like, holy, what am I saying?
Facts.
What am I leaving these people, or what am I sharing now that's the utmost truth that I can to empower myself to become a better me?" So it's just like there's the plethora of shit to write about, but it's like what pulls your heartstrings, because when you go on stage, it's you in the crowd. So the crowd and that idea from that person or whatever trying to copy and shit. It's you in the crowd. So if it's not authentic, it's not like sincere, they're not gonna feel it. And if it's a good beat, they're gonna bop their feet to it. But there's gonna be like this disconnect, and they're not gonna remember you. So for me, like the other day, like I was in fucking I went on a retreat with the Small World. To Cedar Glen. It was 25 artists from around the world. Right?
Crazy.
That's what it is. The Small World Incubator.
Yeah.
And I ended up doing something really cool that just came about. Like everybody was at the fire, and they were like drinking and shit. We're gonna do jam session after. So I kind of set up the jam session room with the mics and everything, like visually, aesthetically, and then. We all came back in, and I smoked too. I didn't know if I was going to smoke or not around people. I smoked and came in. And then I heard some people like jumping on instruments and playing some stuff, and my head was like down. And then I heard like this voice and this sound, and I grabbed the mic. And I just freestyled the whole song and lyrics and all. And I do that sometimes when I'm really tapped in.
Oh, Tory Lane style.
Dude.
Tory Lane style. Just hop on the mic and just spit, bro.
Like I one time spit for like 3 hours in Mississauga straight. It was good.
3 hours?
Freestyling.
In front of other people?
My cousin was DJing, and he was switching the tracks.
Crazy, bro. People are probably like, how the fuck is this guy still going?
No, it was me and my cousin. And when I came off the thing...
Oh, it's just you two?
Yeah, we were practicing the song.
Gotcha.
And when I came off, I go, yo, what happened? Like, seriously, I couldn't remember most of what happened. And he looked at me like, yo... He goes, I was like one of the most amazing things I've ever seen.
Crazy.
And that's something that's really cool. I'm tapping into more. It's like this channeling shit.
Yeah.
It's like if you're so in a zone, it's like when I was doing that, my eyes were fluttering, and I felt like I was in water, like deep water, and I had to keep like shaking off my arms and like my legs, like because like something was crawling up to kind of bring me back down to earth. some weird shit. That's how it felt. I smoked, but we were smoking and stuff.
No, but like, it's a combination of that plus the moment that you're in, right?
And I was in it, it for hours, bro.
Crazy.
Somebody came, one of our friends came down, who's like a producer too, and he's like, "Yo, that's fucking sick." And I didn't pay him no money. Like my cousin's just like, "Shut up, sit down," kind of thing, because I was just going off on freestyling all these beats and shit. Wow. And I kind of did that at that retreat, but it wasn't like off like that. It was more like tapping into the in, feeling out the melody, and then giving words, and then just freestyling something. And then my friend came into it. It was beautiful. 10 minutes, 11 minutes long of like, just like godliness is beautiful. And I love that shit. And it's like the more that I think I know nothing at all about life.
Facts.
About my artistry, about anything, because there's so many levels I still haven't touched or hit yet.
Facts.
And I won't know that unless I keep facing those fears and breaching those, like, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm not worthy to be here and I want it. No, I am worthy, I am wanted, I am accepted, no matter where I go. And my dream, like the indigenous elder has told me on the reserve, your dream is your purpose.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Bro, that's a crazy... I'm going to end it there. That's perfect, bro.
Blessed love.
Bro, this is crazy, man. Blessed love. Thank you so much for being here, man. For real. We're catching the see, people watching the video, they're going to catch the sun coming down with us, you know? I love it, bro. This is honestly the perfect setting. Like, I'm so comfortable. I mean, I hope you were too.
Yeah.
I mean, from what it feels like you were. Yeah. You know, the tea was nice, man. Honestly, bro, we gotta have another episode because God knows we got so much more. Yo, we can talk for hours, guys. It's not even funny. Like in Cuba, bro, the only thing that told us to go home was the sun. They also went down. We were like, all right, well, let's just all go to the room, and we still kept talking. Oh my God, it's crazy, man. Yeah, bro, for real. Thank you so much. You've done a lot to alleviate, I think, a lot of questions for people out there who, you know, are considering a lot of shit and sometimes real things, right? I mean, your story touches on so many serious topics that revolve around, you know, love, perspective on life in itself, because love obviously is a factor of life, and it's one and the same.
Love is like the essence of life.
The essence of life, absolutely, bro, absolutely. And like, I think the biggest thing of all, though, is that because it's the essence of life, it's also the hardest thing to understand. Yeah. Right? It's so, but that's what makes it beautiful, is that like every day you rise, correction, every day you rise, bro, and you just kind of like, you're just flipping another page to just further read whatever your story is.
It's like
you're reading your own story
to further fall.
But you can't go into the next page until the next day, you know? Yeah. And like, yeah, man, your story honestly is just so illuminating is the word I used earlier, because it really truly is, to a soul level. Anybody out there who struggles to figure things out, I can promise you right now, out of the conversation we had today, Aaleem has touched on a lot of things that anybody out there who still doesn't really understand and is kind of confused, go back into the video, check a lot of these. I'm gonna try and like note down, like while I watch the video, like what you're talking on. Oh yeah. And like in the tabs, because you touch on so many little things, bro, that like are honestly crucial for people out there, especially younger people, right? The 21-year-old right now that's out there, that's maybe smoking weed for the first time, or maybe in the first relationship. They're like, yo, something doesn't feel right. Let me go watch a podcast, and they just click this video. Yeah. You know, like they're hearing our stories now, and they're like, oh shit, so this is real. Like I'm not just feeling in it in the moment. Like this is dopamine or whatever, right? Like all these things. That's the way I see these podcasts of like, I'm talking to my younger self, my little brother, my son, my daughter, anybody out there who's listening, and it's like, understand these are the things that are really matter in life. Yeah. Take it from people who've truly experienced it to a whole different level. You know, thankfully, I thank the Lord every day. I've never been in serious accidents like the ones you have been in. You know, I've been in accidents. Like my car got totaled once. Had to spend $7,000 to fix it. A lease vehicle, so it wasn't even my car. My point is, thankfully, I was okay. But it was like in the highway. It was, you know, like black ice, and the back started spinning out, and I crashed into the middle. You know, and like, but I was okay. I just got a little, and then I had another accident in Halifax. That was actually bad. Because we went off the highway into that pit, and then we just so happened to hit the pole of a sign, because you know, like in the off-road highways,
It's like, yeah.
it's like you see a sign every 2 kilometers.
Yeah.
So we just so happened to hit the one sign that was in the middle, bro, and that gave me a very bad injury in my neck. It probably caused a protrusion or something. So my point is, I've had injuries, man, but the stuff you've been through, bro, is like real shit. I think, you know, it's rare. Not a lot of people get stuck under ice, man. Not a lot of people get flown out of a car. That's crazy stuff. So my point all this to say, though, is that, like, you resemble, like I said, man, there's more to life, first of all, on a spiritual level, because something is protecting you, bro. Someone is protecting you.
Oh, yeah.
You know? And shit, one might even say that maybe you're so illuminated, maybe we all are as a species, that the energies protecting us are actually our future selves in a sense.
Yeah.
You know? Do you believe in that? Like, our future selves have tapped into some frequency that we can actually communicate and protect ourselves in the past, in a sense. Is like, that's some weird shit, but like, I really believe that could be...
Sorry. No, I do believe in that. I do believe in, like, life is not linear.
Right.
You know, the way we see time is not how the universe sees time. And like...
It's not even close.
Like this, we say the concept like, oh, like our past and our future, but it's just like one big moment in time.
It's all just one fucking split second. Yeah.
Yeah, split second.
Literally. There's a reason astronauts come back and they're the same age while everybody else is like 20 years older or something.
Yeah.
You know, it's like crazy.
It's crazy. Like, it's like, there's a book called Emerald Tablets, right? The Emerald Tablets, and it's said to be written by Thoth.
Oh.
Right. Egyptian god Thoth. And in the book, at the beginning of the book, it says, you know, death is just a stepping stone to eternity.
Huh.
Right? And it's like, I believe that, like, my ancestors do have my back. And, you know, and when you pray for your ancestors to have your back, it's like, the ancestors who love and support me have my back, and all the other ancestors could kind of fuck off, like, right? Like, cause like, there's...
They're narcissists, okay.
There are ancestors who don't have your back.
Right.
So, you know, just like people in this world.
What's a projection of their reality, I guess.
Yeah, like you have family that love you and you have family that don't love you for some reason.
Yeah, right.
But it's like, my spirit guides are around me. You know, my father, my best friend, you know, and it's like guiding me through the turmoil of life. And it's like, if you don't have that spirit team as well to protect you in this life, you know, you're kind of doomed in a way. Like the angels of the Most High, you know, with big fucking swords and shields to protect me from spiritual warfare. They say that in the Bible too. It's about like principalities and low and high places and spiritual places. So it's like, you know, a lot of the shit that we're dealing with is coming from a top that we haven't seen yet, you know? And then other people are just giving you the role.
Facts.
So for us, me, I go, we come from beyond.
Yeah.
You know,
facts.
To this world. So we're way more powerful. And we have authority over angels and demons, yo. If something's in your room and you feel like it's fucking dark and shit, you cuss that shit out.
Yeah, you gotta say some shit for real.
Get the fuck out of here. Like whatever's real to you. So if I say, "Yo, move your blood clot," it's like for me that's more authentic to say. But if I were to say, "Yo, get out of here, bro," like it's like different. It's like it's not as powerful, it's not as strong. So like we do have angels, that authority over that to protect us on this journey, because it's not just physical.
Absolutely.
It's mental, emotional, spiritual, and we need those balances on all levels. Yeah.
Enough said, bro. That's perfectly true, man. I definitely feel the same way. Where can the people find you, bro? Social media, where you at?
I'm at Aaleem RM, so AALEEM RM, on Instagram, on TikTok. In my Instagram bio, I have a link for Linktree. You can check out like YouTube. I'm on YouTube. You know, you can check out my projects. The Heart Project I did, the Heart Radio Mixtape Project I did last year with the youth, this year with the kids in Scarborough, and last year, 2 years ago, with last year with the youth from Toronto. That was a really cool project. And other than that, I'm just working on myself quietly, keeping my head low, but still like making like big moves. So that's how I like to move, like a ninja.
Yeah, and, I feel that.
For sure.
I feel that.
With my life.
You can ask Patricia, but I say that all the time. It's like ninjas are just like the most iconic figure to look at in terms of, you know, like how to get shit done and like how to carry yourself in a sense, because they're both, I think they have a good balance.
Yeah, they have integrity.
Yeah.
They have swiftness. Like, you know, I love the concept that, you know, even samurais buy themselves flowers.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? And they learn.
Yeah, they buy some flowers. Yeah.
They buy themselves flowers.
They buy themselves flowers. Yeah, yeah.
And
flowers.
it's like, you know, to wrap up all of who I am, all of who I am. Like, there's a quote, and it's like the beauty and the sadness. And I think that revolves around my life so much. Like, there's so much sadness in my life, and has been, but there's always been beauty to help me balance that. And if I could consistently see the beauty in the hardships and in the darkness, then there's light. But it's how I see it. It's up to me. It's up to me to conquer the demon, to cast out the curse, and to break the chains. But I have to call on that power. I have to call on Jah. I have to call on God. I have to say, be with me, so that when I'm out there, you know. So it's a spirit team, physical, emotional team, your inner team. So.
Oh man,
yeah.
It's crazy, bro. I love the way you talk about things, man. For real, guys. This is Aaleem Rasheed Mohammed. Yes?
Aaleem Rasheed Mohammed, yes.
Mohammed. Bro, thank you for being on the show.
Bless and love.
Hell yeah, bless and love, brother. Let's get it. My name is Gustavo. This is the Real Opinion Podcast. And we'll see you guys again very soon. Peace out.